Welcome to our new episode of Unhealthy and Unstable. Happy Juneteenth, everybody. Happy Juneteenth. I don't know what Joel was just swinging at.
That it was.
This was a phenomenal week of television. I find it very hard to think of a time where television was better. But as I said, happy Juneteenth, guys. Another episode of Unhealthy and Unstable. This is episode 12, I believe. I'm with my guys. You guys already know. What up, Trayvon?
Hey, Jawan still has us working on this day. I told you we could bring chaos tonight. I'll be nice to you for this thing started. Let's get it going. Oh, come on, don't get speeches down. Come on.
To be fair, did you work your actual job today?
Yes, I did.
All right, then. So if you didn't get off of that, you're not getting off on this. All right?
I did.
You work it. All right?
Yeah.
Anyway.
That's what it is, man.
Joel, less chaotic. What's going on?
What's up? A lot to talk about, honestly. So let's get to it.
That was a long-ass pause.
I had to think about it. I was like, man, we still got some shit to talk
That's
about.
crazy, Joel, on this day of all days. I want to remind you guys, if I could, I would have had Joel and Trayvon podcasting every day of Black History Month. So it ain't specific to Juneteenth. They work the Black holidays. Sorry.
We work Jewish holidays, Christian holidays.
All of them.
National holidays.
All right. So I want to start off with something fun. I want to start off with, let me see if I can find it real quick. Trayvon, you'll know what photo to bring up with this. I can find it. Give me 1 second. Okay, here we go. Biggest question is, there's some images I wanted to put up to you guys. Because there's been a couple of in-credit scenes in the MCU. And my question is, when will we start to see these questions answered?
You really want me to rant tonight? What is
Hey,
this?
I saw someone talking about this, and I thought about it, and I'm like, some of these are obvious when you'll see them. Like Thor and Moon Knight are very obvious.
I don't agree at all.
The way Moon Knight ended will clearly pick up in the sequel to Moon Knight.
No, you said when. You said when we will see them.
No, I mean when, like, like project. Like what project will we see?
Let's reword it.
Okay.
It's not when, it's what project will we see them next.
It could still count as when, but yes. Okay, yes. What project will we
saying
see?
when, like he wants dates, and we can't provide that.
I don't even know if Kevin can provide that to Trayvon right now.
That's the problem.
We got we got a month from now.
All right, so let's go through these real quick, and then Trayvon, I'll let you go off. All right, so first one we got Mordo in Doctor Strange. That could have easily been answered in Doctor Strange 2. Why they decided to leave him out to give us a variant version of him only, don't know. We'll see.
Good question.
Eternals. We know that's Pip and what's his name?
Him? Arrow? What's his name?
Harry Styles.
Yeah, no, we know the actor.
We know that. Yeah, we know the actor. What's the character name?
His superhero name.
That's the
Is
one
it Arrows?
I think it is Arrows.
It's Arrows.
Arrows? Okay, we're going to go with Arrows for now. You guys can correct us if we're wrong. Arrows. The ending of Shang-Chi, that very much looked like the Avengers was still intact, only for them to tell us that we're getting a movie where they're bringing back the Avengers. So it's like, okay. Obviously, the Thor end credit scene, whenever they greenlight the next Thor movie,
bring him back with that Zach outfit on.
All right, relax.
Bring him back.
Quantumania, we very likely will never see this answer if they don't continue Kang. So that's going to be very interesting.
We'll get an answer.
No problem. We did end Spider-Man with someone obviously knowing his identity, and obviously the character that we see that will become Scorpion. That could easily be in the next Spider-Man movie if it stays street level. We don't know. One of the worst...
But nobody knows him now, right? So
no one knows Spider-Man?
Nobody knows his identity anymore.
I don't know how that works to someone that already knew. No, yeah, you're right, because Happy doesn't know him anymore. So no one knows his identity anymore. So that was very much a retcon. I guess. I don't know. Again, this is why this photo was very interesting to me. It is Arrow. Star Fox. Thank you, DJV. Star Fox. Thank you. One of the worst, quote unquote, surprises in MCU history. One of the worst characters ever, whatever her name is, in Falcon and the Winter Soldier.
Okay, let's not do that. Hold on.
What's her name?
Don't do her like that.
What's her name? Was it Betty Crocker? Was it something Carter? What's her name?
Oh, you were so
What's her name?
mean. Sharon Carter.
There you go. Whatever her name is, whoever she is.
Wow.
Yeah, that person. We'll see when that pops up at some point. And then of course, Moon Knight giving us Jake Lockley, one of his alter egos. Still working with why did I forget the god's name? Wow. Yes, you do know. You just mad that I was shading whatever.
I honestly, I'll tell you, I really did not like Moon Knight was okay.
Khonshu.
Moon Knight was not my favorite thing, to be honest.
You are so offensive.
I mean, I said all the time, it annoyed me how every time he was fighting, he blacked out. I want to see the goddamn fights. So
I don't necessarily disagree with you with that. They made up for it. That last episode with all the fighting, them switching in between each other, which isn't really a thing in Moon Knight, but whatever. That was really awesome. I thought the fighting there was great. I'm just saying. Now, I don't disagree with you. When he blacked out and actually stopped the bad guy, I thought that was very...
He did it a lot.
I'm like, that, no, but that moment was the worst because they were telling us in that moment, every time those two blacked out, they were becoming Jake Lockley. And it's like, well, can I see what Jake Lockley's suit looks like? Like, is it different? Is it the same? Can I see? You know what I'm saying? Me and Blake spent all season wanting the accurate Moon Knight suit to never get it, only to think maybe Jake Lockley is what looks like that suit. That was frustrating. So I want to argue that. That was really annoying. But again, this is quite like Thor, an ending we believe will be picked up in the next installment of said character. All right, Trayvon, go ahead. Let us have it. Which one of these stand out to you the most, or just kind of give an overview of some of these that are bothering you?
The Shang-Chi one bothered me the most. It makes me want it the most. It annoys me to no end. Like, when I saw that, I was like, okay, like, you're telling him basically he's in Avengers now. Basically, he's going to be with them. And I'm like, when are we going to see this? Like, and I mean, we haven't seen the character. When did that movie come out? Like
2020 or 2021.
God, like, I love the Shang-Chi movie. And then for them the way they did it, he was so, by himself for such a long time. We had little, like, things. You saw Wong, you saw Abomination. Abomination. You saw that. I was like, cool. Little things like that. That was cool. And then the end, it was like, hey, Shang-Chi, come in this damn portal. I was like, oh, this is amazing. And then, and then you see Captain Marvel, that's my girl. So I was like, oh, this is so amazing. And then we went to 2024. And I still don't, like, he keeps saying, he said it, I swear, every year, at least once or twice a year. We're still going to make it. We're going to make a sequel. I'm like, stop saying it. Until you actually get started, stop saying it, because I'm getting to know it at this point. That's the one, like, the Thor one. I'm excited for him because I love him and Ted Lasso. I mean, he looks amazing right there. But I'm just saying, like, I like his character anyway. I want to see what he can do with this. It'll be fun to see him. Sharon Carter, I love her. I mean, her real name is Emily, then Emily in Revenge, and then now this. I love her in general. So seeing her again would be amazing. I like that they gave her this role or whatever. Let's see. Moon Knight. I like, it was okay. Like, I was like, cool, this is an interesting show. I would like to see the fights. I mean, I get it's mental, I get it, but it's like, it's still a Marvel show. Like, where's the Marvel? But anyway, that's just how I felt. Ant-Man, well, I liked, I don't remember her name, but I did like her suit when she got it and was fighting and stuff. That was cool. I don't remember her name right now, but Moon Knight has been very much out of my mind, to be honest. And then Ant-Man and Wasp: Quantumania. That was a very interesting end credit scene. and then all the things happened after that, and God bless to that. And so so Spider-Man, yeah, that's just null and void. And Mordo seeing Venom or whatever, I don't know. I don't know what's going on there. Like that shit don't make no sense.
Oh my god, I want to hate what you just said, but it is so true. It is so true. I have no fucking idea what's
I don't
going
understand
on.
that at all.
Not the slightest. Not the slightest.
Yeah, I mean, Shang-Chi is the one that I care the most about in this picture. So, yeah.
All right. Well, for me, Shang-Chi is. Only because it's a double-sided question. First question is, you told us the rings lit off a beacon. That alerted someone.
Oh my god.
The fuck did it alert? Did it alert Kang? Who did it alert? The flip side of that is, what are you going to do with his sister? His sister now owns this army that now is hers. I thought we were going to get a spin-off series of her that you could have brought Sharon Carter into. Yeah. And it was a whole like secret organization being built that you could start incorporating into Armor Wars, right? Where you could do all kinds of crazy, nefarious, underground government kind of shit. And we've just not heard anything of it. For me, Mordo, it's kind of one of those things to where it's like, Mordo's a villain. We've kind of been there, done that technically in the first one. They don't want to bring him back. They're not going to bring him back.
But hold on, I got to talk about that for a second.
Yeah.
The Mordo thing is annoying because like he was doing all that taking power back from people and shit at the end of the movie. And I'm like, y'all really didn't tell us nothing.
Right. I don't disagree.
Sudden, you get another version of him that's good or whatever. And I was like, it was just very. I'm glad you're getting work, man. I'm glad you're getting work. I don't know.
I completely agree. I'm just saying because we've now had a second movie with no mention of it, to me it's kind of like now I just don't care. You know, it'd be like if we got Shang-Chi 2 and no mention of the beacon. I'd stop caring.
Oh my god.
But because we've heard nothing else about the beacon, I'm assuming it'll come at some point. You know what I'm saying?
They can't have him wearing them in the beacon. Like we not going to ignore the beacon shit. I was like, you said so he's still walking around with a beacon?
Well, that would be my issue if we saw him again and then we heard nothing about him telling us like, oh, they found a way to shut the beacon off. Like, think about it. Captain Marvel said, hey, gotta go, busy, right?
Yep.
And then we heard nothing about anything involving that anywhere in the movie. Like, it could have just been dialogue, right?
But they're not worried about it. Like, you not
right? It seems like it's a non-issue, right? They were just like, it's a beacon, whatever, right? The Hulk went and had a kid. Like,
I don't know.
Like, think about it, Trayvon. We saw all three of those people talking to Shang-Chi pop up again after it with no mention about anything. We saw Hulk pop back up in She-Hulk, right? Where, to be fair, because me and Joel's biggest question after the beacon was, how the fuck is he Bruce again, right? And then She-Hulk came out and it answered it. So I felt I was appreciative that we at least got an answer, a cohesive answer that made sense. Because that was very confusing. It was like, last time you saw him, he was a Hulk hybrid, right? And then the next time we saw him, he was Bruce. And it was like, what the fuck?
Did they have this in the timeline already? The Shang-Chi movie?
Yeah.
I don't know where.
Shang-Chi takes place before.
Before She-Hulk?
Yeah.
Okay, then there you go.
I mean, it can't be without it because that one scene it wouldn't work without it.
Right, yeah. I don't disagree. So for me, Shang-Chi is the biggest because Spider-Man 1, I think, will get answered in the next Spider-Man movie, Moon Knight and the Moon Knight Season 2. Thor, I think it's War of the Gods or something like that. Until I hear of the next time we see the Eternals, I won't really worry about Star Fox. Quantumania, I don't know. If they keep Kang, then we'll see that answer. If they don't, then that never happened. Sharon Carter, I only care about that character being a part of something. So if she's in Armor Wars, great. If not, and I never see that character again, I'm okay. So Shang-Chi for me, because it had two of the biggest questions I still would like answered. And as far as I know, they're not going to be answered anytime soon. Joel, I want to make sure my question to you is specific because you'll say you don't care. My question to you is, which one of these end credit scenes left you with the biggest question that still has not been answered?
The biggest question?
Mm-hmm. Because like all of these are cliffhangers. None of these have been answered yet. None of these have been answered yet with announcements or appearances.
Yeah, but all of them have been like, "I'll see you later," except for Shang-Chi, who was a legit question.
Right. Well, the Spider-Man retconned itself because it was a question of, okay, next time we see Spider-Man, there is a person out there that knows his identity. Will it start to leak? Will we start to see Sinister Six? That was never answered, and now it's not a thing.
But like, we're looking at, if I'm looking at it, I thought the question was basically about Scorpion. I'm like, to me, I'll see you later. That's just how I looked at it.
Yeah, no, not Scorpion. That scene. So everything here isn't specifically the photo of it. It's the scene.
Well, considering Vulture's in a different universe, I think you got to worry about him.
Well,
I don't know that he's not still in this unit. I have no fucking idea.
No,
I have no idea.
They got to re-retcon it now.
Hold on, let's do this question real quick. Didn't Strange say to America, like, Mordo is evil and my arch enemy? So, like, did they fight off screen? No, Mordo was his enemy based off of Mordo trying to kill him at the end of the first movie. Problem is, we don't know what Mordo went to go do after that. Doctor Strange was walking around like shit was sweet. So clearly Mordo wasn't killing people and it was bothering Doctor Strange, or Doctor Strange knew about it. You know, him nor Wong. They just went about life. So that's what I'm saying.
That's not
that was weird.
Yeah.
Like, if you're telling me Mordo ended the first movie with killing people and taking back their magic, nobody ever alerted Wong or Doctor Strange. So clearly either he stopped doing it or we're supposed to just not care about that anymore.
Yeah, because Doctor Strange claimed he can sense stuff, right? So.
Right, yeah. So I don't know. I said, I don't know.
To me, it was, and I never expected to see him in the sequel directly, even though they found a way and it was a different version of him.
I expected, at least to me, I don't ever need to see a person. I'm okay with just dialogue. Dialogue would have been cool. Like, hey, yeah, we found Mordo and we stopped him. Okay, boom, done. End of the story. I'm good. You know, I would have been fine with that.
But again, I didn't. Again, like, it happened, and I figured they'd touch on it again in the future. The future hasn't come yet. That's all. That's how I looked at it.
My man got a whole sequel. It's like, no, future, like after this.
Yeah, I mean, there's no time to talk about that motherfucker. They were busy, obviously. Out of sight, out of mind.
He was busy at a wedding.
Yeah, like,
he was horny, so he was like, I'm worried about other things. And you do have to also throw in there, he's not the leader anymore. Remember, he went to Wong, so a lot of Steven's life was, I don't care.
He's not Sorcerer Supreme, regardless.
Right, so he's like, I don't give a fuck. That's Wong's job.
He was also gone for like 5 years.
Right.
So he was like,
which is interesting because what they could say, Trayvon, to Joel's point, what they could say is Mordo disappeared in those 5 years.
So
that's why Mordo wasn't active. That's why I wasn't doing anything. So they could say that if they wanted to.
That's true. Okay. They could. That makes sense.
Yeah.
When it comes to the Eternals, again, that's one of those things that we'll see where the Eternal storyline picks up for me to worry about where that'll show up.
Right.
That sucks because I'm not sure when we're gonna have time. But they'll find a way. It's gonna pop up. I'm like, oh, look at that. That's what's gonna happen, unfortunately. Shang-Chi obviously was the biggest question mark because it was like, what the fuck? Again, it comes down to those 10 rings and like where they're from, and I think it will connect back to Kang because I remember at the time everyone was telling me it was fucking whatever the fuck.
It looked just like the rings he had at Quantumania.
Yeah, exactly. But I fucking hated that theory. I'm like, it's ancient Kree tech, and I'm like, that makes zero sense to me. But whatever. I like that it was not of this world, so that just makes so much sense that it's not from this dimension. Like, you know what I mean? So I think it will connect back to Kang and whatever the fuck that thing is. So then that Quantumania and Shang-Chi might connect, actually. Then you have Hercules. Hopefully, like we get in the Thor sequel, we get Hercules again.
There's no way we don't, or they just don't do it.
I hope. I mean,
only way we don't get Hercules is if they don't do another Thor movie, and if they don't do another Thor movie, then I don't.
I would not be upset if they set up Hercules to be a bigger, character in the future. Considering Thor eventually has to move past that character.
Right.
And then you have Falcon Winter Soldier. That was like my least favorite reveal of all these. I was like, that was such a. It was like a lackluster, obvious, and like reveal. I'm like, oh, that's so weak. And then I hope they have the chance now to not retcon it, but like make it matter.
Yeah.
To me, the only reason they did it was to make her matter. So now make her matter. You did this. You upset a lot of people. Now make it matter, in my opinion. So now they have a chance to do that. Where, I don't know, because it doesn't look like she's in Cap or for Thunderbolts, and those are the two properties you think.
Armor Wars.
Armor Wars is a possibility.
Mm-hmm.
But that's to me what they should do. Make her matter, or else why? What was the point of it? And then Moon Knight. Moon Knight was one of my favorite ones though, because it left me wanting more.
That's what it was. Betrayal.
To who? No one knows they got betrayed.
To Sam.
I mean, it is,
but no one. But Sam didn't know that he got betrayed by her.
That's the point. We know, so we saw the betrayal.
Yeah, but Trayvon, the problem is, you remember because you were part of the panel. The problem with the show is, we had people on that show that know not a fuck all about Marvel or comics. They knew that she was the power broker in like episode 4.
They made it obvious.
That's my point, Trayvon. So it wasn't a betrayal to us. We felt like we been knew. We just kept saying, please don't let it be this obvious.
Betrayal to the person who is now Cap.
Yeah, I mean, narratively, it was a betrayal.
I get what you're saying, but you're talking about a slow burn. Once that pays off, then yeah, maybe. But to us now that already figured it out before even the reveal, it lost. You know what I'm saying? It's like watching Scream and knowing who the killer is in the first 10 minutes. Once they reveal it, you're just like, I knew, bro. Yeah, it's like it doesn't stand out to me anymore. So I want to make it clear. I don't have anything against Sharon Carter. Like Joel said, if you're gonna make her matter, make her matter. My issue was you did your best to make us not care about this character in this show. Nothing about this character made you care, especially once you revealed she was power broker. And it was just like,
that's fine.
She was doing a lot of things that were confusing. It's like you're leading them to power broker, but you're power broker. You're not even really throwing them off because you're giving them information they didn't have. It was weird. It was so weird.
I thought she was working for him. I thought it made sense. And then you
find that would have been. I kept saying what would have been perfect is if the power broker was Shang-Chi's sister. If it was originally her father and she took over, and now Sharon Carter.
Don't you want to give them information like that so they think you wouldn't be the power broker?
Yeah.
You want to do that?
The problem is, Trayvon, if you were throwing us off, we already thought she was power broker. Then she was power broker. So what you're saying would have only worked had we not already felt as though she was power broker.
Sam,
you said it yourself. You knew she was power broker.
Yes, I'm not talking about me. I'm talking about Sam. I'm thinking about his betrayal when he finally finds out.
You keep saying narratively, and I'm saying until that pays off, that was weak. Until it pays off. When it pays off, maybe they might do it in a way that you're like, damn, that's cutthroat. But until then, what was this for?
They could make up for it, but they have to knowingly know, all right, maybe we should use her so we can make up for it.
That's all we're saying. Like, Trayvon, let me ask this one quick question, Joel, and I'll let you finish up. Trayvon, let me ask you this. Mm-hmm. Take your feelings out of it, right? If you remove Power Broker from that show, does it drastically change that show?
I mean, they don't have all the help they had.
No. Because you can easily very quickly narratively figure. First of all, they got help and still didn't figure the shit out, so that didn't really matter. But think about it like this: Power Broker in that storyline was so confusing. It might have made the show better if you removed it. If you removed it, and the Flag Smashers' agenda was something so specific to them and them only, and it didn't have this weird third link, the show might have been a little bit more cohesive. Because remember, the original storyline was supposed to be a national sickness outbreak. A pandemic, like a pandemic. It was supposed to be that, but they retconned it because we were in a pandemic. So that took a lot of luster out of the Flag Smasher story. So then they relied too much on the Power Broker part of it, but the Power Broker part of it never lined up because it never really truly had any inspiration to it. It was just confusing.
It lined up. No one cared. Like she wasn't like the mystery was weak because it's like we kind of like we saw it coming. That's the only reason I thought it was weak is because it was obvious, or else I would have been okay with it because like I understood what they were trying to do. It's all like back like what's it called
But the reveal wasn't right here though. The reveal was in when they were
we saw it
fighting.
coming. That's my issue. It was like it wasn't like a when it happens, you're like, God damn it, I knew, motherfucker. It was
yeah.
I don't know. I felt like when everybody was reviewing or watching stuff like that, I felt like everybody was mad that it was going to be her, and then when it was her, everybody was like, "Oh,
I was a little upset."
And I was like, "What's wrong with it being her?"
What's wrong with it being her was if you wanted it to be her, you should have did a better job of hiding that it was her, so that when it was revealed it was her, it would have hit better. My problem was you made it lackluster, so now I just don't care. That's my problem with it, Trayvon. It wasn't that she was bad, wasn't that the acting was bad, or I don't like the actress. It was that you made me not care. And now it's your job to make me care. And now the question is, when will you make me care? You had two obvious chances to do it with Thunderbolts and Brave New World. You skipped that. You skipped Secret Invasion. Now you're at a point to where
we don't know what they did in Thunderbolts yet.
She's not in Thunderbolts. If she is in Thunderbolts, bravo on hiding it. But she's not in Thunderbolts. Why would they hide that casting? That casting. Like, why would that be the secret? Yeah, like I wouldn't understand that. Again, how they deliver it, no problem. They deliver it in a way that I'm like, oh shit, okay. I can accept it.
I hear you say that, but I feel like as soon as you guys see her, you be like, oh, here she is. But me, I'm excited to see her.
It's all about your delivery.
That's how I feel.
Again, remember, I'm starting at
to not enjoy wherever they put her in.
Here's the difference. You're starting at 10. I'm starting at 0. I'm saying get me to 10. You get me to 10. I don't dislike the character or the actress. I'm just saying that show did a really good job of making me not care. Like if I never saw that character again, I'd be okay.
I think the character has always been kind of shortchanged because they focus more on Peggy when Sharon's a bigger character for Cap in the comics. And so she kind of got shortchanged, and I felt like it just felt forced. Because I don't think she was a bad character. But like, what was it? I think it was a Civil War. She was in all the promos for that movie. Mm-hmm. Her role was nowhere near as big. It was funny. But I don't know. I just would have preferred someone else as the power broker, but it didn't hit with me. Like I think they wanted it to hit.
I'm not saying this is you guys, but a lot of people, I think they just wanted to be a man.
I don't care if it was a woman.
No, remember I just said. I know you said not us, but I just said I would have loved if it was his Shang-Chi's sister. But like I said, it didn't matter who it was. You needed to do a better job. If your big thing of the show was this reveal, you didn't nail it. You know what I'm saying? You didn't nail it. That's all I'm saying. And as somebody that loves murder mysteries like I do, it's all about the delivery. And the delivery from the jump was poor. It was just poor. But all right. So Joel, your biggest question was Shang-Chi, right?
Yeah, but I was in the middle of Moon Knight, but
oh no, go ahead.
I like the ending of Moon Knight because now it left me very much wanting to see next season because I'm like I want to see Lockley and how they portray him and what does his suit look like. Mm-hmm. There's that whole dynamic of like they think they're free of fucking what's his name? Khonshu. Do they still become Moon Knight? You know, in the meantime, you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Without Khonshu, like do they? Those are questions I have in my head. Like, will they address that? I'm like very interested in what direction they go in, especially now that you merge all the main personalities.
And don't forget, what's her name? Does she still have the power, or was that given back? Remember the girl he was dating? What's her name? Maya, or what's her name?
Scarlet Scarab, whatever her name.
Yeah.
is.
Does she still have that power, or was that like a one-time use so the world doesn't end kind of thing? That's also very interesting.
That's a good question. I don't. I never thought about that. I just assumed she would stay that way.
The only reason why I asked that was she spent the whole season saying, I don't want that power. I don't want to be that. I don't want to do any of that shit, right? Then she gets it, unbegrudgingly. She gets it. And now it's like, okay, has she changed? Does she want to now be a hero? Or is she like, fuck no, this was just to make sure we didn't all die. I'm good. Take this shit back.
I mean,
because I'd love to see Moon Knight and her be teammates, right? That'd be great. That'd be awesome. Especially if we can maybe sneak her into Midnight Suns. That'd be awesome.
I mean, well, let's get there first.
Midnight Suns adjacent? Midnight Suns and daughters? No? Okay. But I think for all three of us, the Shang-Chi was the biggest question. Because that beacon, that was a question we had for months and months. And then we kind of just gave up. It'll be answered at some point, I guess. I don't know.
Shang-Chi. I'm curious. Wait, what came out? God damn. Because I remember never even thinking about Kang at the time when the beacon thing was the thing. Like,
no, it wasn't. We were thinking Eternals. We were thinking it woke up the Eternals, is what we were thinking when we left the theater.
Shit, not me. I was thinking it was Brain Galactic. I was like, Beacon. When I heard Beacon, that's all I thought about. I was like, okay.
I'll tell you this, Trayvon. At that point, when I left the theater, you could have told me anything and I would have believed you. I had no idea where they were going with it. So I'm like, Beacon. That's why I said that's the one lucky thing Kevin has, is that he's not basing any of these stories off of comics. So he can make this shit whatever the fuck he wants. He can make anything. So I really didn't know. I had no idea what that was.
Loki came out first, and I still didn't even think about Kang.
You want to know why? To be fair, you didn't think about Kang?
Why?
Because Miss Marvel hadn't come out yet. Miss Marvel was the connection that got us to connect this to the idea
but during fucking Miss Marvel, right in the beginning when they saw the Kree and they're like, "Oh, I told you it was Kree technically." not.
Hey man, very early on, it could be anything. So let's.
There's no way it was Kree Tech and Carol did not recognize. That's how my logic was like. It didn't make sense.
Hey, it could have been something so ancient they didn't even recognize.
No, that would have
Midnight Cousins. Yeah, Midnight
Cousins.
That
would have been Sharon Carter weak level.
All right, let's leave it alone. The Trayvon's getting mad at us. This is bad. All right, let's go into some of our reviews. We're gonna start off with Acolyte. We're gonna start off with Acolyte. All right, Acolyte. This is episode what? 4?
4,
right?
Yeah. 4.
Let me just say this: Star Wars fans. I know you guys are upset about seeing Kyondi. I know it's a retcon.
People are
no one likes
anal. I can't stand it.
I get it. Look, I get it. I share you guys' frustration. You guys just have to understand, though, you're in a time of Star Wars that people are just making up their own shit. They're just making up shit, man. I let this hate go once they killed Luke. I lost all faith in the direction of Star Wars as a whole. At this point, I just take it a project at a time. I can't get upset anymore, man. They already ultimately disrespected me. It's they now need to earn my love per project. And so far, they've. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
No, go ahead. Ask your question.
So the Luke thing, wasn't he old? Right? I don't understand.
No. How they treated that character, on his way out was very, very disrespectful. All you need to know is that they did Luke so wrong. The guy who plays Luke shitted on his character in the direction of his character in that movie, the entire press run. That's all. I know you don't care. That's fine. Again, I'm not shitting on the movie. I said since they did what they did to Luke, it's been a bothersome for me with Star Wars as a whole. You don't hear me complain about Star Wars as a whole like these fans do, because it can't bother me more than that did. That was the ultimate disrespect. That was putting nipples on Batman kind of disrespect. At this point, whatever you give me can't be any worse than how I felt about that. So for me, I just don't let it take me to the levels these Star Wars fans do. But I very much see it, and I'm like, I get it. This was weird. That's a character that was in Star Wars 100 years from now. 100 years from now. How the fuck is that possible? How? How is that possible? You know what I'm saying?
Why can't he just be a race that's old? Like, I don't understand.
Because, Joel, if that's the case, those are things you explain. Those aren't things you just pop up and we're supposed to assume that's the case.
But it's a random character. It's just like a very.
It's not. But to Star Wars fans, it's not a random character.
It's just he's not a very popular character. It's not there's a big following of Moon, whatever the fuck his name is.
Again, it's a difference of you guys not caring, and hardcore Star Wars fans do care. I get that you guys don't care. It's not important to you guys.
I enjoyed the scene because I'm like, okay, because I even though it's 100 years, I like seeing characters I recognize, even though there's not many. Like that one camera, I know him. Maybe it's him. I wasn't sure at the time. It was him. I'm like, oh, that's cool. So I was like, I just don't understand why it's such a big deal. I think they're all just
because again, you're retconning things,
babies,
and it's like you don't need to retcon things. That's our problem.
Retcon from what? Like what's who says that he couldn't be?
He's not supposed to be alive for another 400 years. I mean, 100 years. Who? Sorry, 100 years. You said who?
Says who? As I'm saying,
he was alive 100 years from now.
That's what I'm saying. Who says he can't? My thing is, who says he can't be?
Name me one character that you know in Star Wars history that has lived 100 years.
Over 100 years?
Yeah, over 100 years. Name me something.
There's at least, at this point, from the Phantom Menace to that point, Yoda's one. I think Chewbacca would have probably been alive.
Chewbacca's not alive at this time.
He probably was alive.
Chewbacca's not alive 100 years.
How old do they live?
The Wookiees?
Yes.
Not over 100 years.
Give me a number. Like, you have to know. Trayvon, look it up. How long do Wookiees live?
Here, I'll pull it up.
This is hilarious.
I just don't think it's a big deal.
I just agreed with you. I said I get that you don't care. There's plenty of stuff in Marvel and DC that you care about that a general audience person would not give a fuck about. That's what I'm trying to say.
We've had many fights over the same bullshit.
It says 4 years.
400?
It says.
Thank you. That's what I'm saying. It shit happens. I mean, that's all.
Over 400 years? How old is Chewbacca?
I don't know. Look that up.
That's my point. That's what you're asking.
His true age is 234 by episode 8.
Where is this from? Is this from Wikipedia?
I'm just Googling.
Okay, because if this is from Wikipedia, that shit is not accurate.
What is accurate then?
Right.
Luke was like 60. He wasn't that old. Yeah. That's, I don't know what age had to do with that. Luke wasn't 100 and about to die. Anyway, like I said, Star Wars fans, I get it. At this point, you gotta just let it go. It's an unwinnable war, man. These guys are just doing whatever they want at this point. Just let them do it, man. You still have the old George Lucas movies you can go back to. Just go back to those. I don't really know what to tell you guys. They're doing weird shit. I don't know, man. I don't really know what to tell you guys. I feel you. I see you guys' anger at certain things. I get it. Like I said, they've been doing this shit for a while. Maybe it's Kathleen Kennedy. I don't know. I really don't know. But
who knows who that is?
What?
I don't think she knows who that character is.
No, I'm talking about allowing the major changes, not this. Major changes in general.
The major changes one thing. I'm like, this specifically?
I said not this. Major changes in general. I believe Kathleen Kennedy is just letting people be as creative as they want to be. So if she's letting them be as creative as they want to be, look, there's no head of Star Wars. There's no Kevin Feige. That's the thing. You don't have a clear person steering the ship. So at this point, people are free to do whatever they want to do. Just if it bothers you this much, just look at it as an Elseworld. There you go. Look at it as an Elseworld. Doesn't do anything to affect Phantom Menace. Doesn't do anything to affect Attack of the Clones, Revenge of the Sith. Just let it be whatever the fuck it wants to be.
Them, it's like it's ridiculous.
There are certain things that they are doing that is wild. And it just is. It is. Whether you guys agree or not, it is wild. It's at this point though.
Yeah.
There's nothing you can do.
This might be the last time to talk about the Acolyte.
I mean, to me, we need to respect each other's issues when we have problems with things.
I agree.
Regardless if we agree. regardless if we agree. That's all I'm saying.
I'm not saying nothing. I'm just saying.
I'm
I
just
enjoyed the episode. I enjoyed that scene. I don't know who the fuck this guy is. I just enjoyed it. That he floated the fuck out of her and blasted the fuck out of them.
No, we're not talking about him,
He
Trayvon.
floated down.
We're not talking about this person.
What are you talking about then?
We're talking about
That's
one
what
of the
I thought y'all
Jedi.
talking about. Oh.
No, one of the Jedi at the
I
council.
don't know. See, I don't know what the hell y'all talking about.
Is.
I don't know what the hell you talking about. Like that's
I
why
know.
I was like, I
Again,
seen you were talking this guy with his mask.
I will say for the 100th time, I get it. It's not a thing to you guys.
Who you
I
talking
get it.
about though? For real, who you talking about? I want to know.
I will send you his picture. Give me a second.
Because I just
this was the talk. Not even him. It was that one character was the uproar of the whole episode. I swear.
Oh, see, I didn't. I just okay. I didn't hear it.
Shedded blood. It was crazy.
Wow. Okay. Well, yeah. I thought you were talking about this guy because this mask meant something or something. I was like, okay.
No. That's a completely new character.
That was cool.
As far as we know.
I mean, as far as I know, people enjoyed this scene, but I could be wrong. I didn't get that far into the complaining.
Yeah, I really enjoyed this. I thought it was great.
All right, so go ahead and into your thoughts.
Very short episode though.
Yeah, I disagree there.
Who'd you say? Me or Joel?
No, go ahead, Trayvon.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I mean, I enjoyed. She's trying to leave, and basically she's bait. So she took a long time to leave. Oh, you saying you leaving? Like, why are you still walking? Like, how was he able to find you? You said you were going all this long time ago, and you still here. And he's like, okay, I need just bait. So I can't face her. You're gonna face her. You're gonna, fight. Beat your demons. Do this and come with me. And he's basically saying, the only way they're gonna let me go is if you go. so break your ass. So then they go. And he just I don't know. The last part I remember, she goes there, gonna turn herself in. The sister May was gonna turn herself in. She had a change of heart. Now she wants to be with her sister that she tried to burn alive. I don't know how that's gonna go. And she found the Wookiee dead. And I don't know how. I like it looked like the meat glass, kind of like 3 shards or whatever in his chest. It didn't look like the saber, So I was like,
a wound right in the middle. Like it looked like he got slashed. At least one.
Oh, I thought it looked like 3 bullets. To me, I don't know. I didn't look at it hard.
I don't know. I only saw it the one time, but I thought I saw a wound, like a slash wound.
Oh, maybe that's what it was instead. Maybe I didn't look.
Maybe I'm not saying there wasn't bullets. Maybe there were. Not bullets, but like holes.
Yeah. But yeah, so she saw that and she was screwed at that point because obviously they're gonna blame her for it. Yeah. That's it. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, it was like you said, it was fairly short, so things kind of got there pretty quickly. Even though it was like I was explaining to someone asked me if I liked the episode, and I'm like, yeah. It was quick, and it kind of lulls, and then it kind of gets to a crescendo and stops. You're like, and you're like, oh, right in they did it on purpose, obviously.
They did, yeah.
Because that's when things got really cool, and you're like, oh, and they're gonna leave us comments with like blue balls, like right there at the end, on purpose. I get it; it's TV ploy. But overall, I think I did enjoy the episode. Like what's her name?
Which one? Osha?
No,
the sister.
Yeah,
May.
Mm-hmm. Her wavering back to like being good. I don't know. That kind of felt random to me. I don't know. Maybe I missed something.
No, it did because she was very gung ho on getting rid of these people.
She was all in, and then like this episode, she kind of switched.
But I guess she switched. I guess once she realized
she found out her sister was alive. Yeah, I get that, but like to me, it was
still
too quickly. I thought maybe I'm not saying it. I definitely could have saw that coming. It's just I think it happened too fast.
Yeah.
I don't know. For me, I just thought it was like, well, she kind of changed her mind fairly quickly. And Osha's the opposite. Osha's like, we gotta kill her. We find if I can't talk her out of it, we gotta kill her. It was very funny how it kind of changed. It's like we gotta kill her. If she's not gonna, we can't. If I can't talk her down, we gotta kill her. I thought that was interesting. The dynamic between the two in this episode. But yeah, this badass motherfucker. Like, do you have any guesses of who this guy is? This guy came in floating. I know you got excited.
Yes, I love that.
You went into a.
I honestly think it. I honestly
thing.
think it's that guy that you did. To be honest.
Yeah, I guess. I mean, that's not. I can't really. I can't disagree with you. He looks frail in this picture, at least. You can't really tell if it's a man or a woman in this picture, in my opinion.
I will admit that will be, to me, that's been obvious if it is him. So it's like,
yeah,
cool, you know. But
that's another option.
He's like playing her.
Because remember when she asked him, "Have you ever seen his face?" And he kind of hesitates and says, "You know, I never."
Right.
And yeah, it's kind of weird because she talks to him like they're not mad, like they're both, like he's not, they're both their master, but he's like, I don't know. That conversation was a little weird. But overall, I thought, like that whole scene was really, really cool. Like, I'm very curious how strong this motherfucker is. What is he is the question. Like, is it who, not just who, but what?
Oh.
You know what I mean? Because, like, if he is a Sith Lord, or maybe he's just calling himself a Sith Lord. Because, like, in the past, there have been, like, wannabes, we could say. Like, they're not technically apprentices. There's, like what was his name? What's Plagueis' master? Tenebris something?
Yeah, Tenebris.
He had Plagueis as his what's his name? As apprentice. And he had another apprentice illegally, technically. But he and what's his name? Venomous, was it? Like some shit like that. And that guy called himself a Sith Lord, even though he was never given the title like Plagueis did. You know what I mean? A Darth or whatever the fuck. He was like Darth Venomous, even though he was never given that title. So I'm like, is this character something like that? I don't know. I guess we'll have to wait and see, because like obviously they're not giving us all the answers in this episode, and who knows when they eventually. How many episodes is this show supposed to go?
I don't know.
6, 8. All right, so there you go. That's my opinions on the show. The episode.
Oh, it is 8. Wow.
Yeah, no. I don't know. I don't know if he considers himself Sith. I don't know if
we don't know.
This story knows what Sith are. I have no idea. So I don't really know how they're gonna go about Sith. The sister thing, to me, I'd harken back to Vader. If Vader can change his mind in that split second, she can change her mind in that split second. So for me, it was the idea of her sister was weighing heavy on her. Thought she was dead this whole time. Finally saw her. Sister then tried to kill her. Guess they're even now. And she thought, I just don't want to do this anymore. It wasn't random because she asked the guy a lot of questions, and I think she was trying to figure something out. And I think she kind of just realized at no point will you ever achieve enough to be enough. So you're doing all this for nothing. You can just go back and be with your sister. I mean, was he going to come to the Jedi Temple and try to come kill you? That'd be a very interesting thing if that were the case. So I get her mindset.
That was her mindset at the end. Because
I'd rather be a prisoner in the Jedi Temple than to continue to be a prisoner of whoever this person is.
Right.
My sentiments are the same. I still believe this is their mother. I will continue to believe it till they show me otherwise. It's just, this is personal. This isn't just personal to the sister. This is personal to whoever she is working for. Because he's sending her on these crash out missions. There's a reason for it. They could have attacked anyone else, but it kind of seems like there's more motivation to their master than just the idea of helping her get revenge. The Sith aren't helpful. They're not. They always get something in return. So him making her go through these tasks and wait, Trayvon, were you asking something? I'm sorry, it was breaking up.
No, I was just saying. So you're saying you think the mom is the one behind the whole thing, or the mom is this character?
The mom is this character. Yeah, the mom is this character. Well, I'll tell you this: if the mom's not this character, I'm very confused about all that flashback that you gave us. You showcased that she was strong enough to create life, but then we're supposed to believe she died somehow. I mean, unless you tell me that the Jedi killed her. You tell me that the
That's what I
Jedi
mean.
killed her,
We don't.
I
It was
can
a
accept it.
mystery. Yeah, they haven't.
I can accept it. But until you give me a better reasoning, because you made it seem like the sister killed her.
Right.
And I'm like, no matter how strong you're telling me she is, this person literally created life. There has to be way more power in her than that. Just at least to subdue her. I get she's not going to kill her daughter, but at least to subdue her, to stop her. I don't know. I thought that was very weird. A lot of those witches seemed a lot more powerful than a flash to their bodies just on the ground would lead you to believe. But I will say this. This show is trying its best to be a whodunit. Soul keeps telling May, I got something to tell you, not now, but I'll tell you later. He's hiding something. What that is, it could be something small, it could be something big.
I feel like the sister May did create the fire, but I feel like they added to it. That's what I think.
Possible. That's possible. But my issue is if one of the sisters was already willing to come, I don't know if it was that important to them to take both of them, right? Because like you were at least getting one. You know, to me, I don't know. They could be pulling the wool over our eyes and showcasing that these Jedi were willing to kill to get kids, but that's a slippery slope to go down. So if that's what you're doing, like I said, we'll see narratively how you pull that off. But Jedi killing for the sake of getting Force-sensitive children, that's some unheard of territory.
But I guess that's also like why they're leaning you towards that, because it's kind of like the bad, like what's it called, the black mark on the history of the Jedi, stuff like that. Because that's how to me it felt like they wanted you to think about them, like they did something bad, it's something they're hiding.
I mean, the way they surrendered, they did something bad.
Yeah, like, I do feel like we're gonna end up going back to that flashback from a different perspective. I just don't know sure yet.
Like I said, if however they explain it, we'll see how it's explained. Like I said, showcasing Jedi kill for the sake of just getting children, that's not a lot.
Jedi. That's not.
I think they thought their duty was to kill the cult that was controlling children or whatever they thought.
I mean, yeah, I get what you're saying.
That's what I think.
Those are the only kids, though.
Yeah, but they'll say if they did that, maybe they'd make more. I don't know.
Oh, yeah, sure. I'm sure there was a disturbance in the Force that's like, wait, how are you able to do that? I'm sure, yeah, but again, it's like I said, it's all about how you explain it.
Oh, yeah, they still have to explain how they.
It's all about how you explain it. I'm just saying having Jedi kill for any other reason besides defending themselves is a slippery slope. So it's all about how you explain it. It's all about how you explain it. Because then you start to create doubt. Right? Because then you go, all right, well, then you're not going to tell me all these families have just willingly given up their kids. You tell me the Jedi forcefully took them in those situations. You know what I'm saying? So,
I mean, I feel like
all about how you explain it.
Isn't I feel like that'd be a given. These parents are just going to give it to children.
Like no. Usually, it's like, you know what you can kind of hearken it to? You ever watch some of these X-Men shows or movies to where the parents give birth to like a mutant and they're like, no, right? And it's kind of like you don't really need to sell them to not want that mutant kid. They don't want the mutant kid. Some people do, some people don't.
Right.
With the Jedi, it was very much hey, he or she is gonna grow up and not really know what to do with this power, and it could be dangerous. They could get someone killed, they could hurt you, they could hurt others. Our job is to go train them so that they can learn how to use it, not use it for bad. So it's kind of just like the parents going, okay, yeah, some parents might go, fuck all that. I'm going to keep my kid, right? And we've never really seen Jedi forcefully take kids. That's usually a Sith thing, right? So that's what I'm saying. It's a slippery slope. So, but it's all about how you explain it. It's all about how you explain it. So we'll see how they do that. My bigger question is, where did this character bleed this crystal? Red lightsabers are only created through bleeding kyber crystals.
Right.
Where did he create this? Where did they create this lightsaber? Because this is a lot of power for no one to notice. No one noticed any of this power. None of it. They had to have had a master, right?
That's what I was just going to say.
Someone to have taught them the ways, and no one sensed that in the Force. Like, think about how powerful Soul is. He sensed this creature kind of coming in before anyone else did. Like, everyone else noticed once the person landed. Soul kind of picked up on all that negative energy kind of entering their space. So it's like, it's questions. And like I said, there's 8 episodes. This is only the 4th episode. So
we've seen how the Sith, especially the Sith, I mean, I don't know if this person's Sith or not, but we've seen that they can mask themselves. Like Sidious did it forever. Like,
yeah, right underneath their
right in front of them.
Yeah, but Sidious is definitely one of the rare breeds. Like, I don't think Dooku could have been evil and hit it that well.
No, he couldn't. That's why he had to leave.
Right, exactly. Darth Maul, you know, his strength, I'm sure they sensed at some point. I mean, the character in this show is the one that told us about the Sith in Phantom Menace. But we'll see how it's answered. You know, for me, it's all about the execution. You execute it properly, I'm good. But yeah, the flicking and of the power and everything was great. They've done a great job utilizing how strong this person is as compared to the other Jedi. And last thing, to your point, Trayvon, I thought that was a lightsaber to the Wookiee's chest. I didn't think that was a blast, but I only watched it once, so it could have been, and
that's probably what it is. Now I don't think about it, for her to know immediately he's here,
right?
Type thing. So she said he too, didn't she? Yeah, she said he's here.
Mm-hmm. Well, again, it's the same problem. It's the same problem I have. I keep saying he because you think he, right? You think Sith. You think.
But she also doesn't know the identity either. So
yeah, exactly. She's never seen him either. So
right. It's just you assume it's a he. It just naturally comes out. You know.
Right.
And we as viewers, we've never seen a female Sith. Well, no, we've never seen a female Sith. Ventress doesn't count. She wasn't a Sith.
But she was a dark force user.
She was a dark force user. Yes. She was a Jedi turned dark force user, but she was never, because remember, there's only a rule of 2, and the 2 was Dooku and Palpatine.
But see, he was doing something similar to Tenebrous.
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
But again, that's the loophole. The loophole is you can have an understudy. They just can't. You can't get them to a level any higher than just being essentially.
They can't be your apprentice.
Right. You can't ever grow them to be more. That's why, Trayvon, if you remember Clone Wars, that's why Palpatine called Dooku one day and was like, "Hey, I'm sensing Ventress is getting pretty powerful, and your attachment's getting pretty heavy. Kill that bitch right now." And that's why Asajj Ventress stopped being a dark force user. It's because Dooku tried to kill her. So it's going to be interesting. Like I said, you're creating lineage and legacy here. So how you do that is going to be interesting. Let's see. He flicked that girl like a pebble. Oh, Trayvon, I just read this. Apparently, I didn't read the actual interview, but apparently people are running with this. Daphne Keane, if I'm saying her name correctly, alluded to the fact that her character was hitting on Asha.
Oh, okay.
She had a little bit of a crush.
You could tell.
Yeah, you could tell, yeah.
Just saying, for people that it maybe wasn't too clear to. She hinted at the idea that she had a crush on her. So I'm like, oh, that's interesting. I didn't pick up on it. I thought it was kind of like you were the first, like, what should I know? Right? Like, I thought it was one of those kind of things. I didn't pick up on the crush. I didn't think that's what that was.
I felt like it was a little flirtatious between the two of them.
I thought it was just envy of, like, you survived this shit. What am I looking forward to? That's kind of what I picked up. But all right. Let's move on. We're going to go to House of Dragons. I don't really have much here. This show is just the pettiest fucking show I could ever imagine being created.
Oh, wow, bro, that ending. Oh my god.
I do have to say, I'm going to go right to the ending. I do have to say this. I couldn't tell, and bravo to the showrunner, if that was her son or daughter. That fucker, both those kids looked identical. You could have told me it was 2 daughters, and I would have said, yeah, that's 2 girls. So I'm hoping, no, let me not say that, because that's going to sound really crazy. Okay, let me revise what I was going to say. I'm assuming that was not actually the son. Because if that was crazy. To tell him that's the boy.
That's what she said it was.
She did.
I know, but I'm thinking because they couldn't tell the difference, it was actually the daughter and not the son. That's what I'm hoping. That's what I'm hoping.
She took the daughter.
So that we know that was legit the daughter. Yeah, they fucking look the same. I can't tell.
Well, the mother can tell. So, like, she went to Allison. They killed her. She said she killed the boy.
That's
she
crazy.
did say that.
Why the fuck wouldn't you just lie?
I think what's crazy is it felt like they were sawing him up. Like, it wasn't like...
No, they were. They were taking the head off so they could bring the head back. Yeah, they were taking his head off. I don't understand that then. That's very confusing to me. Why wouldn't you just say... Well, again, this is all fucked up. But why not give the daughter?
Regardless, boy, girl, it was bad.
Yeah, why? Because here's my problem. Here's my problem, right? And then, Joel, I'll pass it to you to start off your thoughts on House of Dragon. Because this is the only thing that I really had much of an opinion on. My issue is in this timeline, right? You are expected to only give birth to male heirs. And we've seen how hard it is for some women to give birth to male heirs, right? They have like 9 daughters and maybe 1 son. If this was your opportunity to have that son, that heir, you don't offer that fucker up. You got to remember, that's your use to your king, is to give him male heirs.
You're right.
You fuck around and can't give him a male heir? And again, I'm not saying I agree with that, but what use are you to him if you can't get... It's not like he loves you. We'll just find someone else.
I have a retort to that. Yes,
okay.
I agree. But you're right. That's they're more... Technically, they mean more than the girls, right?
Yes,
they're the heir, right? But I think she did it on purpose. She's like, fuck him. And did that to fuck him. Like honestly, she wouldn't have wanted him to die. But if she's like, I don't care. Like, I got to save somebody. And I could save the girl at least. Fuck him, you know, like that. And he's a dick. That's basically like that's what happens when you have evil people in charge. They won't care for your future. Like she doesn't. To me, it was on purpose. Like she did it because she don't like him. That's her brother, I think. And like,
there you go.
You know, it's also some incest shit. That's how Targaryens rock. They rock like that. So I believe that's her brother. Could be wrong, but I believe that's what it is. It's just this awkward dynamic, and I don't think she really likes him anyway. So, yeah, I mean, don't get me wrong. Regardless, it's shit, and it sucks. And you look, they had the same issue. They couldn't tell which one was the boy, which one was the girl. But I think she did. She gave out the boy. She did.
I do think it's fucked up as a mother. She didn't even attempt to say, why not just take me? I'm a better bargaining chip. Take me.
They said it. It was son for a son.
I know, but as a parent, you at least try, right?
Yeah.
Like take me.
Yeah. That's another. But to me, that's why she didn't really give up. She didn't fight hard enough for her.
Not at all. She was like that nigga right there, right
and
there.
She didn't give up the girl. So to me, it was like, oh fuck this. Like take him. We're gonna live. That's how I took it. And it's because of that dynamic. Like they're assholes. So like. Fuck him! I'm gonna live, and the girl's gonna live. We'll have to make another kid, or you can fuck someone else. That's basically how he's gonna think about it. That's how she's thinking, probably.
Can I also say, and Trayvon, I know this is your favorite character. I'm gonna let Joel give his thoughts, and then you can get back into this question when you go. That nigga is not doing his job. Ain't he a guard? He either eating something, screwing something. That nigga ain't never doing his job. Like, come on, man.
You talking about the side hoe?
Yes, the side hoe, the national side hoe winner, 14 years in a row.
Allison's personal guard.
What you guarding? The coochie? You guarding coochie? You coochie guard? Like, think about it, guys. Think about it. If that was an assassin that walked in the room, right, as opposed to the king's bride, right. They would have both been dead.
They rocked through that bit, right through the king. A king was sitting there.
True. That is true.
They're just walking through, no one questioned.
Yeah, no questions, nothing. That's what happens when you have a massive castle and people just walk around. You like,
that's what happens when you have a king like this.
Yes. Yeah, that's true.
It's garbage. You don't give a damn.
I'm just saying, hey, look, because it's Juneteenth, I gotta tell you, person of color would have said, hey, who are you? Like, where are you going? Yeah, nah, I don't know you. What's your name? Nah. Security. I don't know who you is, though. They just walking by, strolling.
Your kids aren't guarded.
That's crazy.
You know.
That's. Do you know how many guards I'd have protecting my kids?
I guess the guards are up there drinking with him.
I guess so. I can tell you this right now. There'd be like 30 guards guarding my 2 kids. They'd say that's overkill. I don't give a fuck.
They're about to be in war, and he already know that. So it's like y'all should be on guard for real right now.
That's what I'm saying. There wouldn't be a dull moment.
You already know what happened.
I sleep with my sword. I tell you that. I sleep with my sword.
They caught them literally sleeping.
Literally, yeah. All right, Joel, you can go into your thoughts. You can answer this actually. I used to call him Punk Bitch Cole, but now his name's Coochie Cole because he's out there munching. Pre-meeting munch. We supposed to be planning for war, and you out here looking like Pac-Man.
Look at man.
I mean, she walked in on him having sex. I was like,
she did. I mean, they're always.
She stared for a little bit. That was the uncomfortable part. She was just like, Oh shit, yeah. My son did. Like she had to snap out of it. It's like, girl, what? What you want?
They're like, whoa.
She's like, I want what they have.
Yeah, she's like, can I have that? It's like, what'd you come to tell me?
That's technically that would be her grandson, right?
Yeah, it is her grandson. Yeah.
That was Allison's grandson.
Yeah.
Right? That is so weird because she don't look old. But again, it's because of the. It's not
DJV. No, Trayvon, mute him. No, I'm just joking.
No, it's just so weird the pirate that man. Like I have the Targaryen lineage, like all the family lineage, like who's it's interesting how that all the names and who's married to who, and crazy the family tree. How many times they just have crossbreeding between the brothers and sisters and
but
cousins.
See, that's why doing their family tree is easy because you can just connect brother to husband, right? Like you don't have to go far. Just go,
I mean, sometimes they'll have like double marriage. They'll have a second marriage or something like that.
It's crazy. Like I just want to say one thing real quick. Because we're talking about that. So the thought of that, right? Because the first season, I was like, "Ooh, why you with your uncle?" But now everybody like. Like everybody just cross. It's just like this is just weird now.
You know what's scary about that? You know what's scary about that? You know how angry I'd be if I was the common townfolk? Think about that. You're the common townfolk that live in that area, right? You gotta be saying to each other every day, bruh, don't none of us look good? They'd rather fuck their cousin? Yes. None of us? Yes. Like they can't pick one? Goddamn, like Barry Meth over there, she look fine as fuck. Like they can't just holler. They gotta go cousin hunting? Shit is wild, bro. Like, that's a choice. That's my problem. It's not even like your cousin is the only person on earth. You're choosing family. Like, that shit is crazy.
This is why Daenerys was okay with like fucking her nephew. She was like, whatever. This could be way worse. Let me tell you.
She's like, this goes way back. It's lineage.
We don't even know each other. Like you're a bastard. It's even more disconnected.
What were your overall thoughts on this episode, Joel?
Overall, again,
shit ain't pure.
Beautiful. They gotta keep it pure.
I'm surprised all these kids got 2 eyes. That's all I'm saying.
Right. Exactly.
That's why they come out crazy, motherfuckers.
Well,
that's what I mean. Some of them come out good, but then some of them like. You get mad kings every once in a while because they're fucking all that they're crossbreeding shit.
That is true. Wow.
Fucking nuts, man. And it's so funny. The hair is such
and they're dirty.
Huh?
They got no soap. Dirty right there. Ugh.
They are not dirty. We saw what's her name? We saw Allison taking a bath.
Oh, she was scrubbing herself. She's like, fuck this.
Did she have soap?
Or just water? Had to scrub side dude off.
She felt so dirty. She's like, I'll do it myself. This is some shit.
She's like, this is the kind of filth y'all can't wash off. I gotta do this alone. That's stupid.
But overall, it was a great episode. Damon working under, he put on his like, I'm gonna fuck shit up hoodie, and went out and put the money down. Got his shit done. And they got the job done. Looks like at least. I mean that's some shit. I didn't think they'd go for the baby, like the kid. Like I thought.
They were stupid. They weren't supposed to. They were. Stupid.
They weren't, right? Were they? They were.
No, they were supposed to go for Aemon.
Right. That's what I thought. I thought that's who they were looking for.
They're like, kid is the next best thing, right?
They just took a son in general. They took a son in general.
They killed the heir. That's even worse, bro. You're like, I want a son for a son. I'm like, you fucking idiots. That's not.
I will say, what sucks about timelines like this and being in war, right, is picture one side starts sending their flock over to kill you, right? And they're like, you killed my grandson. It's like, oh, fuck, grandson? We didn't ask them to do that shit, man. We was trying to go after your son.
Yeah.
Like, my bad, dog. Like, shit happens, right? You know what I'm saying? Your dragon ain't one of ours. We cut one of your heads off. Shit's even, right? Like, we good? You know what I'm saying? Like, this shouldn't lead to more war. We shake hands, we're good. Right? You just ended here. We're good. It's enough, right?
It's sad because it's like it's just gonna get worse. Like Black Cloak.
Now that King is actually mad. Yeah.
Black Cloak energy when the
No, wait. She didn't just say that. She said, I don't fuck with you no more. And he said, all right, bet. Watch me get back in her good graces. I got this shit.
And I got it some more.
It fucked it up some more, right? But hey, look, he's eager to go to war for her. He's one of those people that don't like to sit down too long. He like, who we stabbing? This shit's been going too long. Who's getting stabbed? I'm ready. For sure. I'm ready. All right? You got to respect that kind of energy. Just that cloak on, said fuck it.
Just get the dragon, go burn their asses up.
Clearly, it's not that easy. They got dragon too, Trayvon.
Shit, they don't know I'm coming yet.
They all got dragon. They got the biggest.
Let me get that hurry up.
Team Green got the biggest dragon.
Man, if you don't think that dragons got ESP for other dragons, ain't many of them fuckers around. They're like, hey, I hear this. Where is he? He's somewhere here. Yeah, you don't want a dragon off. You don't want that. You don't want that. You don't want that. You don't want that. But no, this fucking episode, this show in totality is fucking insane. It's completely insane. Anything else stand out to you, Joel?
No, I mean, not really. That was probably the biggest stuff. Like, that's the stuff that stayed with me. Obviously, overall, I thought it was just a good episode, but like, I'm just excited to see. I'm just happy it's back. I love Game of Thrones. It's like I didn't know if they can. I still don't know if it's on the same level as the original, but it's still fucking really good. So it's like it's hard to say.
For me, it is because I'm watching this in real time. Game of Thrones was like a quick binge to catch me up to the final season. This watching live, like it feels to me, I guess, the way Game of Thrones felt to people watching it live at the time.
Well, I caught up again. I started like at season 3, I think is when I actually started. Unfortunately, that's when you started. Yeah. That's funny because that's literally because everyone's like, "Oh, we gotta watch." I'm like, I guess. And I ended up passing the person that told me to start watching. The show is awesome.
Like I couldn't stop. I couldn't stop.
It's still so good. I think Game of Thrones is still my favorite show ever, and that's saying a lot because I watch a lot of TV. But yeah, it's. I love the world. I guess that's what it is. I like. It's not super fantasy. It's not like elves and dwarves fantasy, but it's still fantasy. They have fucking dragons and White Walker zombies and shit like crazy shit that normal obviously does not exist. But I still love the dynamic and look, it's a show that I love where mess is king. And it does a great job of showing that this war is insane. So please, Trayvon, how did you?
I was about to say, speaking of that, Joel, I wish they would just invite Trayvon to like script creating meetings where Trayvon can go, that's not messy enough. Yeah. Not messy.
Trayvon would be like Littlefinger. he would run the whorehouse.
I think Rainier a little too calm, to be honest. I watch it. I'm like, she's a little sad or whatever. Like, girl, get on.
You know what they say, Trayvon?
Fuck shit up.
There's a term for this. It's called the calm before the storm. That storm is coming, and she gonna fuck some shit up.
Yeah, she is.
But what'd you think of this episode as a whole?
Hold on, sorry. Yeah. So okay, this episode was very good. I enjoyed it a lot. I think Allison need to watch out for a footman. He gonna get jealous, and he gonna get her ass killed. You fucking Christian Cole a little too much.
That's fair.
like he'd be like, where's my time?
Snitch. Yeah, I'd snitch.
Where's my time? I know what I did for you, girl. Don't play with me. I just think that's funny. I was like, cause she playing with fire, cause obviously he got some kind of connections. He be doing shit, literally fire, literally burn somebody up. So like, let's let's not play with him.
Let's dial it back a little. Let's relax.
But I don't know. That's the interesting thing going on there. And then, for her to come back and say she wants Eamon or whatever, and I was like, okay. And then I was like, of course, what's it? What can I think of? I can remember Eamon, Rhaenyra, Allison. What's his name? The one that her uncle.
Which one?
The uncle.
Rhaenyra's uncle.
Yeah. What's his name?
Damon.
Yeah. God, I couldn't think of it. Yeah, but him.
There's a lot.
Yeah. But yeah, so he's, he goes, and I was like, okay, he ever go do it himself. No, he pays some random people to do it, and I'm just like, they go fuck this shit up, and he did. They got it. They got through the castle though. I was like,
fucking did with ease. By the way,
I was like, how is this? Like, y'all just what? They're peasants. Oh, just whatever. We don't care about that.
They were rat catchers, right? I think
that is true. They did say that, but they didn't say anything about it until they got up there.
That's why
they got up there.
They just trusted them. Like, okay, rat
catchers. Wait, you guys are missing the important part.
Nobody stopped them as they were going through. Nobody was like, "What are you here for?"
You're missing a very important part, though, Trayvon. Remember how the episode started? Remember how the king's wife said, "The rats." She said something about the rats.
She did.
And then what was their excuse to get in? That they're rat catchers, right?
Yeah, but see, that would be fine if they asked them as they were walking through the damn.
That's true. Yes.
Nobody stopped them.
They actually said it themselves because the
woman,
the woman saw them and they go, we're just checking, we're catching rats.
Yeah, I was like, no, like that's just y'all should be. I was like, y'all are too calm right now when what Eamon just did.
Absolutely, yeah.
Like, it's too calm. Like, they are gunning for y'all. They want all y'all heads right now.
You know what it is? They're cocky motherfuckers, especially the
they
king.
Are.
That motherfucker is cocky.
But we do have to give the king a little bit of credit. He was trying to be a decent human being when the townsfolk were asking for help. He was like, all right, yeah, I can help you. And then his advisor was like, nah. Tell him no. He's like, all right.
Yeah, he was like, we got to eat here, sir. Like,
he's like, they're poor
don't
for
give
a
them
reason.
All our shit away now.
He's like, we let them be poor. All right, that's not happenstance.
We do that so we
made them poor.
We don't die.
Right. There you go.
Like, we take it from them. Like, we tax them.
that would be Trayvon's role in the castle, just reminding the king every 5 minutes. Oh, hey, king, we got to eat.
Look, you like the food you eat? you like your living situation? Chill out.
We only get it by them suffering. So let them do what they do. We're good.
But yeah, when they got in there and they were just like, which one's the boy or whatever, and they just did that, and I was like, y'all know that's not what y'all here for. And what is Damon gonna say when you show up with a baby head? Like, what is he expected somebody to look like him? What the fuck is this? Like, he expected to almost see himself when you come back. Like, not a little baby head. Like, what is this? Like, it's crazy. The noises. I was
that's what got me when I heard this. Like,
bruh,
like, what are they doing? Are they?
They are psychopaths. Yeah. Like, what you doing? Chopping it to put it inside the rat cage? Like, what's going on? Like,
yes, it's crazy.
They need confirmation.
You
can't scream.
They have to take a picture too. Because you think they let her leave.
That was the crazy part. How you let her leave? What you think she about to go do? She about to go tell on y'all.
Yeah.
I mean, when she left, they were still cutting. I was like, you might need to get your ass the fuck out of there. Like,
you might have to cut on the go. You might have to cut on the run.
Like,
you could cut later, stab and grab, and then run. You know what I'm saying?
That's how we know they felt way too comfortable. They were still slicing. I was like, y'all need to get the hell out of there. Like, they're like, oh, they ain't doing that. They drunk. Don't give a damn.
Head off. Don't get me wrong. That little motherfucker was a pain in the ass. But that doesn't mean he should have lost his head.
Like, that shit was sick. I was like, wow. Like, I was like, y'all really did this to this child? Like, they have no morals. Like, nothing. I was like, money. Wow. Okay.
Crazy thing is,
I
I
just
don't
want,
even know.
I can't
how
wait to
much
see them
money
get
they
out of
got for
half.
doing that.
This time they get out of the half, right? I think right when they meet Damon again. I just really, I can't wait to see this reaction. Cause what?
I mean, here's the crazy part: the fact
it
that
wasn't air. But
the fact that he thought it would be easy to just walk in the castle and kill the king and walk out the castle is hilarious. That is hilarious. You know what it was? Anytime someone tells you, I'll pay you now and then give you the half later, they're fully expecting you to complete the job and then die so they don't have to pay you the other half. That's exactly what that was.
Well, they weren't telling him to kill the king, though. They were telling him to kill Aemon.
Oh, shit. I forgot Aemon was the one with the eye patch.
Yeah, Aemon is the one. So
that killed. Well, who's the one that died? Jacaerys
Luke,
Lucerys?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So Jacaerys is the other one.
Yes,
Lucerys, he's the one that walked the wall with the Starks.
The young boy that she sent that she should never sent.
yeah, he's the youngest one.
I was like, why would you send him? Come on, he don't. No, he like 12. Don't do that.
To be fair, though, everything went well in the castle.
Didn't go well nowhere.
In the castle, it went well. It was when he was
there, ready to take his eye out in that castle.
He was actually, he did okay until the.
That's what I'm saying. In the castle, he was fine. It was once he was trying to head home, it was like,
once Aemon got there, fucked it all up.
Yeah, and he killed him by accident too. But to be fair, you don't fuck with dragons. They're not pets, right? Like they have the mind of their own.
I don't. Obviously, it doesn't matter. But Aemon didn't intend to actually get him killed. It just
but the dragon said, "I'm sick of this shit." Yeah.
That's why I don't fuck
around. Aemon intended to scare him.
It was just trying to fuck with him.
Because think about it. Think about what the dragon did. The dragon ate the other dragon, right? The kid was on the dragon when the dragon ate said dragon. So it wasn't even like I want to kill this kid. It was the dragon going, all right, enough of this chasing around shit. I'm bigger. I'm going to just eat this fucker, right? Not really understanding.
He's basically like, let's get this shit over so I can go home.
Yeah, he's like, bro, I'm hungry. Like, this is a long-ass flight. Like, come on, dog. Let's get this shit over with, man. I'm tired.
That big motherfucker, bro. Man,
man, I'm tired, dog. Woo. That's why this show, you know what? This show needs to kick it up. It needs to kick its petty up a little bit more. I need it to be pettier. I need it pettier.
It's already super petty.
I need it pettier. Trayvon, you understand what I'm saying?
It's only going to get worse.
It's gonna be pettier because Allison about to get hers. It's about to be pettier. Redder gonna tear her ass up.
I wonder what's the retribution, because I have a feeling Allison's gonna take that death way harder than the actual mother. You know what I mean?
The mother already came to grips with it. The mother's like, all right, so I got one kid.
I swear to God, she's like, whatever.
She's like, I got one kid. I'm good.
You saw the preview, right? Did you see the preview?
No, I usually for shows like that, I don't check the previews.
Oh, I saw the previews.
I like to be surprised.
Oh, okay. Well, I won't say that then. But yeah, okay.
It's gonna get crazy.
I mean, obvious things happen. Obvious things are said, and you know.
I sent you guys a cheat sheet, so with the characters on it. Well, at least the main family. So,
okay. Yeah, I think I saw that.
Yeah. Let's see if you can find the actual where we're at.
Jesus.
Yeah, fuck no.
I'm
already looking at this, slightly getting confused.
They're right in the middle.
Oh, well, there you go. Thank you.
You're welcome.
This episode was fucking insane. I'm just glad, like Joel said, I'm just glad to have Game of Thrones back, man.
Oh, me too.
Glad to have it back, man. It's just such a good feeling with it being back. All right. Let me see here. Yeah, Lil Toe might snap if she keeps fucking Coochie Cole. You gotta stop calling this man Coochie Cole. You cannot keep calling this man Coochie Cole. That is crazy, my guy. All right, Trayvon. We'll move on. Let's go to the boys.
Yeah,
the boys.
That's crazy.
The boys are back in town. All right, guys, we got 3 episodes of The Boys for its premiere night. So we're gonna kind of just do an overview. I thought they were great. Obviously, there's so many things that stood out. Homelander back to being Homelander. The biggest thing for me is, man, what's his name? What's Carl Urban's character? Why am I blanking?
Butcher.
Butcher, thank you. Butcher has a heart. And I love that Butcher still has a heart. There's still a heart in there. It's probably going to get him killed this season, but there's a heart in that chest. And now that we know, not reported this, but we went over this last week that next season will be their final season, which I'm completely okay with. It's probably more than likely it'll be everybody versus Homelander, and Butcher will probably be the sacrifice for this season. Which I'm completely okay with, man. Butcher's starting to have a complete full circle for me. And whenever a character has a full circle, that's usually time for them to go. Right? They start off an asshole and they end a good guy. You kind of like, there's no other place for you to go. Right? Like, this is it for your character. I'm loving what I'm seeing so far. I will say this. This lady here running for vice president, right? She's running for vice president.
Yes.
I don't really understand her power. To take a bullet directly to the side of your head and survive it, like immediately, I don't really know. Did she move the blood? Like, I don't really know what she did to stop that bullet.
All of them are tough skin.
Yeah,
all of them are tough skin.
But my question is, if you're Butcher, don't you know that? Why did you still shoot her?
Right.
I mean, he could just be Butcher being Butcher. Like,
that's fair. I thought he shot her with the idea that this could have worked.
What's her name? I forgot.
I don't remember her name either. I'm completely blanking. But you know me. My brain is always scrambled. I enjoyed these first 3 episodes. I'm just glad, like I said, with House of Dragons, I'm glad the boys are back, man. It's right now is great television. Great television.
Victoria Newman.
Victoria
Newman, yeah.
Oh, okay. Oh, that's a name of the soap opera. Interesting. I'm just really glad that the boys are back. This was a great 3 episodes. Part of me wishes they didn't do it because it gets us to the finale quicker. I don't like that. Like, I appreciate the 3-episode premiere, but it gets us to the finale even quicker, and I want to take my time with this show. But I loved it. Joel, what were your initial thoughts? No, you're good, Trevor.
What are my thoughts on all
first 3 episodes? Yeah, you can do it as a whole, or if you want to break it down.
I'll probably just do it as a whole. Good. It was obviously really good. It's just it does not miss a beat as being what you expect from the boys as a raunchy shocker. On almost every episode, you get at least one. I didn't expect to see the Human Centipede this week, but here we are.
Turned it off and called my pastor.
There was some interesting stuff. Will Ferrell had a cameo. Didn't expect
yes, he did.
That was cool. I do like kind of what they're doing with what's his name?
A-Train?
No, A-Train.
Oh.
I like kind of what they're doing. Like he's kind of having his retribution time, like his chance, just like what's her name in the last couple seasons. Like this is his chance now to redeem himself, even though he's obviously did some shit. If you watch the first couple of seasons, but look, they're fucking with him now. Like, I'm like, yeah, they're messing with his family now. His reputation is like his brother hates him and shit. And that's starting to get to him, and I think that's why he'll eventually turn. He's already turning, basically, right?
Yep. He's turned.
Yeah, he's turned. I mean, after what he did, he's turned basically. Yeah, he already fucking betrayed them. So yeah, I hope, like you said, Homelander is still Homelander. He's a uber douche. I do like the new characters. What's I can't remember. Firecracker and
Sister Sage.
Sister Sage. Interesting characters. Two different characters, but really work well within the story. Like really well. Why he need 5 though? He could just do. I don't know, man.
That is a
I have
question.
no idea.
I'll say this: I think the grossest aspect of it was the dedication. Like that was dedication.
He was in there. Yeah, he was getting himself off legit. And then he went out there and that whole gunfight with him with his dick out. Like I know, like he was swinging and wanging all over that motherfucker. It was insane.
I'm wondering if that was CGI because there were kids in that scene. So I have to imagine he couldn't have actually had.
I don't know. I have to, man. He was just swinging it.
it was just swinging. Like there's no, or those kids are in therapy right now. Like as we speak,
cover your eyes.
No way.
It was bad. I love how they cover everything up too. They had what's it? Mother's Milk's ex, her ex.
Yes.
His like what are
her ex-husband?
She was seeing last year. He was a big Homelander guy, and then
it was her husband.
Yeah. And like fucking, he finally got a chance to meet Homelander, and they kill him off. It was insane. They just and they blame it on the white, what they call them, the
no, it was the Starfire.
Starlighters. I was gonna say white lighters, and we know what white lighters are. Trayvon. No, we're talking about the Starlighters, which is it's just so funny how they have. What do they call it? They have a name for the Homelander people, right?
I don't remember.
I think they did. I just don't remember what they're called.
Remember.
And then, of course,
I got a word for them.
It's just it's so heavily. They do it every season, but it seems very heavy-handed this season with the politics, where it's just so obvious. And
did you hear Eric's report today?
About what?
That apparently Firecracker was created based off of Trayvon's favorite politician.
Oh, I did.
Hey, my fucking favorite politician. Let's keep that.
You love her, Trayvon. You love her.
Look. I can see it. I see it. Like she is uber Karen, and this is the face of that. And I love that scene where she's like, "I'll do anything for you," like when she was trying to tell Homelander.
And Homelander's like, "I hear you, dog. I get it."
It's the fact that it took him like the third time when he actually really understood what she was saying. He was like,
"No, it wasn't that he didn't understand. He was so focused on what was on the television. She was like background noise, and she kept repeating it. So he had to snap out of it and say, "Look at me. I hear you. Enough." I get it. Stop.
But the funny part is that his face was like, I get it. And
yeah,
I might take you.
Get it.
He basically said, I might take you up on it.
No, it was more. I felt like it was more like, I get it. You want to have sex with me. I understand. I get it. Yes,
I get it.
I understand.
Yes. I understand.
Okay, go away. Go away. All right. Thank you.
All up in his face, bro. It was hysterical.
We can't leave out Joel as we pass it over to Trayvon. You know the scene, Trayvon. you know the scene.
There's a few scenes
that had everybody like, oh my god, they're not gonna do this in the show, are they? Do you know which one I'm talking about?
Oh, I know what you're talking about. What Ashley was looking at. I know what you're talking about.
What?
Yes, she was biting her lip to that shit.
I was like, her. Oh. I was absolutely in sync with her at that moment. I was like, yes,
bro. I gotta say this. I have to say this. A-Train, I was very disappointed in you. As a black man, you got to be willing to die there. You just have to. I'm sorry. You just have to. Like, if that's not your thing, you can't let fear be what now makes that your thing. No, you got to say,
maybe he wanted to see. He was like, maybe, let's see.
I'm going to tell you this. I would have sat down for a few more minutes before I got up. If I was like really scared of Homelander, the fact that he got up when he was directed to, there was something in the back of his head that was like, maybe, all right. And we know Homeboy is willing to do anything, anyone.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah,
any species,
whatever keeps him alive. Like the deep, he will fuck anything, or like
you know what was even weirder. The Deep is 100% either bisexual or 100% gay. It was like there was no
He's
true.
Absolutely pan.
He's pan.
Okay, there you go. There was no true hesitation in him. It was more so the embarrassment of doing it at someone else's request than it was actually doing it. The idea of him doing it, he was like, "All right, yeah, sure."
Spectrum, right, bro?
He's very insecure, obviously.
That is insane, man. I was watching that just like, bro, you gotta have some dignity, bro. Really? No, none. And then Ashley biting her lip in the back. I'm like, this is gross.
Listen, I was I was right there with her. I was like, Are they gonna do this?
Ashley biting her lip and fucking Trayvon from the other side on the screen. Like.
But this is very much. This is very much for me. This was also a payback for the deep boy he did to Starlight in the first season.
That's true.
That is true.
That's why I was like,
yeah, but it's not payback because he looked like he was okay with it.
No, he didn't.
He still wasn't doing it.
He was apprehensive. You can see he was like.
Fair. So that's why I was like looking at it as, yes, I would love to see this, but also that's what your ass get. That's how I was looking at it.
But why you gotta pull A-Train into it? Like, that's my issue.
Oh, he'll be all right. He'll love it. Trust. Anyway, so what I'm saying. Anyway, let's go past that. So anyway, let's get to my favorite thing of this entire season right now is Frenchie and Colin. I was very happy with it. So happy with it until I found out what the real problem was. I just so like I love this stuff, but I get so tired of we get a gay relationship or whatever situation, and I was like, why? I was like, oh, please don't end in terror, and it was going to end in terror because of what he did to his family. I was like, oh my god, why would they do this? I was so excited for it. I was like, this is so cute, yay! And then not cute anymore. I was like, so he doesn't know you did that to his family. I was like, oh my god! Then if he knew you did to his family, he still was with you. You know, I'm gonna let y'all go. Do what you gotta do. But then he don't know. Oh, it's gonna crush him when he find out, or he'll get crushed by being dead somewhere. Then you want to tell him because you didn't tell him in time, or whatever. Something like that. Something gonna happen. Head popper lady. She is just, you know, it's very funny because
head popper lady.
That's what I call her. I don't remember Newman. That's her name. I had to think about her name. I knew what her power is, so I'll just go with that. So yeah, so her power is just basically just like Marie's in Gen V. Yeah, her power is the same thing. So she just used it a little differently than Marie did. So that's pretty cool.
Good. Control blood. I didn't know that.
Yeah, that she told her in the show that they have the same power. She like, we have the same power.
I forgot about that, honestly.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's why she was trying to take her under her wing.
That makes sense. I forgot. I did.
Yeah, she just used it a different way. Yeah.
Well, no, not a different way. She just knows how to use it. Remember, what's her name?
Yeah.
Right. What's her name is still learning what she can do, and that's why she was telling her. Remember when she met her, she was like, "You don't even know the half of how powerful you are." You know what I'm saying? Like, she doesn't know she can get to a point where you can just pop a person's head off, right?
That's wild.
So
I'm just thinking, like, if you can control blood like that, if she's advanced as she says she is, she could possibly stop Homelander from moving. Like, couldn't you technically, if you can control his blood in his body?
The only reason why I'm not sure is they very much write Homelander like comic books write Superman. It's like there's always something new you can do, right? Like, you control his blood, now his blood can control his own. Like, it's always some crazy shit, right? That you're like, oh, just when you thought you had him, now he can do this, right? So I'm like, we've not seen the full extent of Homelander's power because he's not had to kind of extend the full extent. Right. So we've seen him get desperate, but we've not seen him to where he thought like, no, we did, because Huey, when he was invisible, they almost had Homelander.
But also he was fighting with Soldier Boy.
Yes, with Soldier Boy. Soldier Boy was the only time Homelander truly felt like I could die.
Yeah.
Right.
So yeah, we've seen, you know, right now it looks like he's deteriorating as we're going along. Like he's whatever the gray hairs or whatever. So he's getting weaker, honestly. Right now.
I don't know if he's getting weaker. I think he thought he was immortal, so he just sees that he's getting old. I don't know. I don't know what that has to do with his power. I don't think we'll know yet till someone challenges him. If someone challenges him and then he's like, "Oh shit!" Like, I gotta run.
That is interesting because that would be the anti-Superman. Well, Superman could like age slower, you know.
Right.
So maybe he ages quicker because of his power. I don't.
Or maybe something happened. Maybe something happened
because they were experimented on, so you never know.
Maybe he uses it too much. That it starts messing you up. He does use his the most by flying and all the time and all that stuff. Like it seems he uses.
Well, no, I would definitely say there are 3 people I see using their powers, like almost every episode they're in: A-Train, Homelander, and Kimiko. Kimiko's died like 900 times each of these last 3 or 4 seasons.
Kimiko's power is passive though. It's not like she's not actively using it. She has to.
She's not constantly dying, but she is dying a lot more than normal.
Yeah, that is true.
Well, no, remember it's super strength also. It's super strength also. It's not
everybody got super strength.
They all have strength.
I feel like all of them got super strength. All of them got
durability. They all have strength. Durability too. I think
Sage said she doesn't have anything physical. She's just a mind.
We haven't seen her fight though, so I don't know.
Remember, Mother's Milk said that. He said her file. There is no actual power. She's just really fucking smart. So unless she's hiding something, which she could, I'm not arguing that. He's saying that she doesn't actually have power. She's just really smart.
A lot of them do have heightened physical.
No, you're absolutely right. Because Firecracker said, I can do this, and she's like, is that it? She's like, I'm strong. It's like, we're all strong.
Translucent. Remember all the damage he could take? That's why they put in his ass to kill him.
Right. Exactly. Right.
Yeah, I feel like all of them have that default.
That's interesting.
Those two things.
That's interesting as to why he said that. Then I'm
that's why she got shot in the head and she was fine.
I think some are stronger than others. Like I think Homelander's like really strong.
Right.
Obviously, the peak of strength. Him and Soldier Boy.
Right. Let me see what else happened. I already talked about the Frenchie and Colin thing.
This one's for you, Trayvon. Here you go.
That was crazy.
Oh yeah, this show's doing more than Enemy of Vampire right now. Honestly, I don't know. This show is very good, very crazy, very the political stuff. I mean, I feel like that's been the show since the beginning. It may be a little bit more. They're literally in the election year during this season, so it makes sense for it to be more political.
I'm just saying, I want to add this, DJV. I've not seen breasts yet. I'm just saying. Just putting it out there, just for the sake of fairity. Just saying, haven't seen one.
That's all we got.
You haven't been all the other seasons. You'd be good.
Not one. I tell you what, they chose the show with the most beautiful women to make this a one-sided show. That's all I'm saying. There was
a lot of people last month.
It's called The Boys.
Yeah, that's true.
That is true. I didn't know it was meant that it was made for a certain kind of. Is that I thought the other way, but hey, all right. I guess we got to be fair, right? We got to be fair.
You see what the boys look like on this this poster right here, right? You know what it look like?
Fair.
There's no fair there. Look at that.
See what it looks like. But yeah, this show, I'm enjoying it. This show's crazy. It's superheroes. It's honestly, if I had superhero powers, I'd probably be like this. So maybe not give them to me. so I would use them this way.
Watch out, world.
And nobody's fucking with me, like at all.
Trayvon would be the only person, Joel, in this world that shows up to the doctor asking for compound V. Like, no. I didn't have it from birth. Like, can I have it now? No, we don't do it on adults. No, I'll take it now. You can try it. Let's try it. Yeah, me and Joel would have to run in like SWAT and like, no.
Oh, I don't give a damn. Ain't nobody stopping me from getting that shit. I'm getting it.
No, we're not stopping you. We're stopping the doctor. Okay, we're gonna break the compound V. So unless you're drinking glass,
I'm licking that shit off the ground. What you mean? I'll get that shit. I need
Trayvon, if I turn around and you're licking the compound V off the ground,
I need it.
I swear to God, I'm calling Homelander immediately. Homelander, no.
I think that's a good story to tell. Like the fact that they have it readily available like that. I mean, insane.
That'd be crazy, right? Like a flu shot. You just show up.
But you see what happens to her daughter though. Ugh. That's not the power I want.
I love how she said, wait, the craziest thing was when Huey said, you did that to your own daughter? She said, yeah, she needs to protect herself. From what? Did your daughter have enemies at 12 years old? Like, I don't understand.
I mean, she is about to be seeing the vice president and vice president's daughter. I mean, that makes, and nobody knows she's a soup yet, but there are soups running around. Mm-hmm. So, I mean, that world is dangerous.
But here's my problem with that, right?
In general.
Think about it. Who would she be protecting herself from? Because when you think about it, you're like, if a real, legit, quote-unquote hero comes after them, what is she going to do? Her strength is you got to be close. Homelander can just eye laser her from like a block away. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I know. But that's why
the threat that you really have.
That's why giving them the shot, isn't, you can't pick the power.
Right. That's the problem.
So
Trayvon would be like, flight. Whatever compound V has flight. That's what I need. Flight. That's it.
That'd be
Let
cool.
me fly.
Unfortunately, we can't choose, right? It's just whatever.
Yeah.
I'm like, look,
Wait, Joel. No, go ahead, Trayvon.
I'm gonna say somebody need to figure out how to fuck to stab Homelander and get his power. And give me that shit. I'll take it. I don't give a damn. You get a syringe and that motherfucker, pull it out. I'll stab you with that. Give me that. And we'll see. If I die or not, at least I tried.
Funniest thing would be if Trayvon's begging for flight, and then he looks and he can only do like levitation. That's it. You can only levitate, not full flight.
I can float.
Just floating everywhere. My feet gotta stay close to the ground. I can't fully fly.
I'm going to get the suit virus.
I can land slowly.
Trayvon said, either make me the soup I want to be, or I'm killing all y'all. Those are your options.
None of y'all gonna have powers. Fuck that.
Man, I'm gonna be happy as hell just being invisible. Don't come fuck with me, man. I'm invisible.
I'm putting this shit in the air. What you mean?
I'm robbing banks. All right, Dr. Otto Octavius, relax. Let's move on. We got a couple more things here. We'll do this real quick because I want to make sure we don't not do this. We're gonna go interview with the vampire.
Ooh.
Trayvon, you can lead us off on this one, man. You were very upset. Me and Joel had not yet finished the episode, and you were already like, somebody better watch it so I can talk. Go ahead, Joel.
Oh, my God. I just have so many questions about Louis and his mental capacity or what's going on. Because if all this happened in your past, why are you still with this man? Like, I can't wait for him to explain that to me. Like, all this happened to you. He did this to you, did this, like, betrayed you here. Why are you still with him? Like, what is going on in your head? Like, and I still haven't seen that you learn any of his abilities. Like, you just sitting there chilling. I mean, I'm really curious to see because that agent was like, "You're worried about Armand. You need to worry about the quiet one." And I'm like, "Huh? What does that mean? Like, what can he do? Like, is he, that scene where he was like, take off your clothes and get in the get in the coffin and read while I fuck you. That was great. I was okay. So he's very much big energy. He's got some big energy. So I was like, okay, so maybe Louis is very dominant in the relationship, and we don't see it yet. Because he seems very passive on his couch while they're talking.
Yes,
and maybe Armand is actually scared of him. So I don't know. We're gonna find that out down the line, I guess. The show is very good. I love the way they're telling that. I love, they go to the past and tell you what happened, and they're just really playing with fire. I do like what Claudia did with saving her dressmaker friend. I guess that's what they really called her at one point. So yeah, and I like the way she was freaked out a little bit, but she was like, well, you saved me, so I ain't gonna run. Like, what I'm gonna do? Like, for real, it's crazy. That guy across the street saw them coming in there and didn't do nothing. I was like, that's so wow. Like, she literally your neighbor, right? Like, you don't give a damn. It was just, and I was like, they deserve. What happened to them?
Amen. I was hoping that was going to happen.
I didn't feel bad for them at all. Like, I was like, where is Claudia at? That's what I was saying. I was taking too damn long. I was like, where are you at? So when that happened, I was like, good. She's there. She saved you, and you survived. I do like that storyline as well. We just need some more gay sex in the show. All right, that's it.
So to the story of it, the way the episode ended, I thought was very poetic. I thought it was brilliantly done. I love how you see it's Armand, right?
Yep.
Yeah, you see Armand standing at the door. I thought that was very suspicious because you started crying. And it's like, what the man? Just confess how much he loved you and all. What the hell are you crying? You emotional about that? Man, you're supposed to be the hardest vampire out, dog. You better dry that shit up. Then you see Homeboy running in the background. And you're like, oh shit. Oh man, this man. That's why I understood Trayvon. So Trayvon texted me and Joel before we finished the episode. It was very upset with Armand. right? Me and Joel like, you mean
Garbage.
episode? Like the last episode, we were talking. So then when we finally saw it, we were like, oh,
Garbage.
Yeah. He's not a good person. He's not a good person at all. And you know what, Trayvon, to your question, and I'm going to pass it right to you, Joel. You asked, if he'd been through all this shit, why would he still be with him? It's a very good chance the worst things, he may not remember all that well. Right. There might be elements of it he doesn't fully remember as well as as the show might be portrayed. Because the whole point is, for anyone that doesn't know the show, the whole point is it's a literal interview with a vampire. And the vampire is telling his history. So it's usually Louis that is telling the story, right? But now Armand is in the fold. You're kind of getting Louis will tell, Armand will pick up. Louis will tell, Armand will pick up. Some of these things that we're seeing and not hearing any dialogue to might be things that happened, but Louis doesn't remember that it happened. Because think about it, that ending scene, Louis didn't narrate, right? It was just happening. We saw it in like real time.
No, but right? he said Armand made his choice. The second time he said it. First time he was like happy about it. Second time he was like,
I'm curious on the flashback, what decision? Because think about it. The ultimate decision was he chose Louis because Louis is still alive. So it might be kind of like a deflection a little bit, Trayvon. It might be. That's what I'm saying. He might not remember everything.
The preview for next week was almost as exhilarating as the ending of that episode.
100%.
You're 100%. Like, holy shit.
No, I think this is where Claudia dies. Honestly, that's what I'm saying.
I agree.
If this where she dies, I do not understand how you were still with him at all.
I don't think he remembers it.
I think he's now remembering it. I think that's where we're coming.
I think he's starting to fill in a lot of these holes that existed in his mind that he never thought about, right? Because once they brought up the fact that Armand can wipe your memory, that was a clue that was going to be a heavy point in the rest of this season.
Yeah, I didn't know
that there might be more moments that Louis does not remember as well as he thinks. Right. You know what I'm saying? He might remember it, but not as well as he thinks.
Say it again. Powers. He got too many damn powers.
Oh yeah.
Hey, that's why he's HBIC.
Armand is fucking old. That's why.
Yeah, he's head bitch in charge. But go ahead, Joel. What were your thoughts on this episode?
Crazy. I mean, it was like, it was one of those things where like, I'm trying to remember like the whole episode, but like it just keep coming back to how it ended, and it's like, because it's so sad. You're like, fuck, man. Because I thought that's how it was gonna end. I didn't think they were gonna. That is how it ended. It was the preview that really fucks me up because now I'm combining the two. Because it just ends. You're like, what the fuck? Like that's it. This is what happens now. And like, because the last couple of us was just him realizing that he doesn't remember, and him realizing that he's been fucked over by Armand because Armand's hid certain things from him, like that he burnt himself or whatever. He tried to kill himself, and he took like, I forgot that, and I'm gonna forget. You're gonna forget how. Well, what's her name?
Claudia.
That's why you probably don't. You remember a version of what happened to Claudia. You probably don't know the actual, habit. And then the whole thing with the stat. There's just a lot. There's a lot there, and I'm actually kind of curious how the fucking movie portrayed it. And so now I kind of want to watch the movie and then compare. But I want to wait till the season's over.
Yeah, I've never seen the movie either.
Yeah,
for me, I'd have to wait until this show is completely done. Because I'll know that the movie won't live up to how brilliant this fucking show is. So I'd much rather finish it in case the movie covers a span of what this show is going to cover.
I really,
you know what I'm saying?
I've heard the movie just isn't as gay at all. So I don't know.
Yeah, of course it's not. Antonio Banderas, Brad Pitt, Tom Cruise in their height. Of course it's not.
That was old. That was 100% there to lure women.
100%, Trayvon. There was of course.
I'm
that
sure there was men that went to see it for them as well, but that they obviously marketed towards women.
I'd be surprised if that movie had 5 kiss scenes with 2 men. I'd be surprised.
I wonder if they even portray fucking Louis and Lestat as lovers. I don't even know if they did or not.
I don't know.
That's interesting because I'm like, I don't know. I don't remember if they were or not. Obviously,
I barely remember that movie. It was so long ago that I saw it.
Absolutely, it's been so long. I swear, Claudia was even younger looking in that movie. So, It's like I am curious. I may check it out one of these days, just to compare.
And Trayvon, you need to answer this question.
No, I just want something.
See, it's not us, DJB. I mean, like, you obviously feel the same. Trayvon is looking for something else.
It's just. I mean, like they mention things, they'll say things, but we don't.
Yeah, you're like, don't talk about it. Do it. Show me.
I mean, that thing when he talking about bend over the damn coffin, I was like, okay, let us see that. No, okay, the fuck. All right, fuck y'all.
They're gonna show us that.
Hell yeah, shit.
All right. Okay.
It's AMC. I don't even know how far AMC goes.
Trayvon, Amazon doesn't even take it that far. Like Amazon,
the hell they don't.
They show you a penis, but they're not gonna show you full sex scenes.
I think what's the stars goes far. Stars will go far.
Stars will give you full sex scenes.
Yeah, Stars will
give you full sex scenes and everything, but the one show I want to see it in. I wanted to see it in this show of Power. The Ghost sequel. God. Yeah, I'm like, the women are the hottest they've ever been, and I can't get it here.
They're very tame.
Very tame. Because you know what it is? I think they still view them as children.
Yes, they're young.
Right. So they're like, we're not going to show these.
You can't be shown.
Let me be clear, guys. Let me be clear. They're not children. They are very much grown men and women. But I think the show portrays them in a way that keeps that youth. Yeah. So it's like they're still kind of like young adults, so they don't
college
go that
freshmen, sophomore, like that. I mean, now they're probably closer to seniors, but when the show started, like he just started college. You know what I mean?
Like the farthest they went was you see Kane doing stuff. That's it. You don't really see.
That was probably the closest you get to stuff.
And all you saw was Kane's bare
what's his brother's name? You see some gay scenes that had that were kind of open.
Like, oh yeah, no, that's true. Yeah, that's true. That's true.
But not like it's not like. The only show always comes back to American Gods. I've never seen anything so.
American Gods and Spartacus. Spartacus made it artsy. I at least appreciated Spartacus. It was so artsy.
Yeah, fucking Spartacus. Fucking every episode there was fucking.
There was probably more sex than speaking lines in Spartacus.
There was so much nudity in that show.
There was a scene where two people just looked at each other for a scene and then just started having sex. I was just like, they didn't write any lines. It's just two people look, they start doing it right there. That's the world Trayvon wants to live in when it comes to these shows. No dialogue.
There's not enough of his sex. There's definitely his version of sex in there, just not enough of it.
Apparently, Trayvon just wants Cinemax. That's late night Cinemax is what
that's what he's looking for. Cinemax
television. Yeah. God bless him.
It's like I need to mix porn with good night.
That's a little bit.
Just a little bit. Anyway, let's move on. We gotta ask this question at this point.
Nope.
Will Blade ever actually happen? And Trayvon, I don't think I sent you a photo. You might have to find one. That's my fault.
We don't need one. It ain't gonna happen nowhere.
No. Okay. Well, hey, he's our producer. He makes the rules. Fuck it. You get no photos, guys. Blade did just lose another director. At this point, I don't really know. There was a rumor that Mahershala's agent was saying they've never seen anything like this. Like, this is the craziest thing they've ever had to go through.
Here you go. Put this out. There you go. That's the answer.
That's two different things.
That's two different things. Don't confuse people.
That's the answer.
Please take that down. Do not confuse people.
You cannot say it's not happening and do that.
Yeah, come on. We don't. I mean, look, that could be what that movie is. But
it'll be funny.
We don't know. We don't know.
As of right now.
I will say this, Mahershala. Look, this is all you need to know, Mahershala. The Rock was Black Adam for over a decade before he was physically Black Adam.
Oh, it really was. Wow.
If he can wait, you can wait. Don't you go nowhere. You just wait, okay?
Yeah.
It'll happen at some point, all right? That's all I got to say about it.
There was definitely more writing on that Black Adam movie, too, so don't even no stress.
Right.
Ron Coogler's Vampire Hunter movie is coming. There you go.
Yeah, but it's not Marvel. Again, do not confuse people. Okay? His movie has nothing to do with Marvel.
That should hold you off until Blade is ready. How about that?
Right, yes. It'll give you a taste of what a vampire action movie is. But Joel, your thoughts on Blade losing another director?
it sucks. I mean, I think I speak for everyone because I can't imagine everyone's happy that they lost another director. But I do believe it'll happen. It's just unfortunately we have to wait a little bit longer. I don't expect it to keep its date, which is next November. I do expect it to move, hopefully just to 26, and that's it. That's only the last time it has to move ever, if we're lucky.
I want it too.
Ambitious.
We all want Blade, bro. It's just some people are more optimistic than others at the moment. And after losing 2 directors, I understand. But it's
in this day and age, you can't go by that mindset. Flash had like 6 directors, 8 writers, then another additional director, and then it finally happened. So it's like it rarely happens, but when it does, it happens for a long time, like a real long time of developmental hell.
Yeah.
So this just falls in it. But I mean, look, I'll say this. I would be more stressed about this movie if I knew why it wasn't working, right? We've heard why some directors and writers had issues, but I need to know why it's not working. Once I know that, then I can say, okay, this movie's never happened, right? Like, think about it. If it's a budget issue, if it's an action piece issue, if it's a story issue, some of those things can be fixed. Budget issue, no matter what you do, Bob Iger's not coming down on a number. So if it's a budget issue and you're trying to go 200 and he says 130, you're not getting a Blade movie. So for me, I'll just say this. Maybe we don't need a movie. Maybe you guys find a way to make this a series. Moon Knight was great, right? And you could say Oscar Isaac is right there with Mahershala Ali, right? Like, as far as star power. So I'm like, if what's his name did a show, why can't Mahershala's be a show? Make it a show, maybe. Maybe doing a movie is where you're going wrong. I'm just trying to throw out maybe an option. But Trayvon, how do you look at this situation?
I just think it's crazy because he came out on stage and with the hat and everything, 2 decades ago. And honestly, that's what it felt like. But
it definitely wasn't.
I know.
Just to be clear.
But it felt like almost a decade though. But so he came on stage and we were all happy for him, and it's been crazy. Like, oh, they're writing this, so he didn't like the script. Oh, they're rewriting it. Oh, we got a new director. Oh, we lost the writer. We got another writer. Oh, we lost the writer. It's just really ridiculous at this point. It's just like I just will not be surprised. And all the actors other than him, I feel like almost have walked away, or honestly, Ryan Coogler snatched them up, which would look kind of crazy as well.
I don't think anyone walked away. They had only really given us like 5.
Well, I'm saying like 10. All the people that we've heard about now, they're saying they're no longer.
It was really just one. I'm like, who was it? What's his name? Yeah, I can't remember. Oh yeah, the 2 of them. Wait, this guy's in it. What's his name? That's gonna be in Mufasa.
Is he Mufasa?
Well, maybe. Maybe. I can't remember his name. Because there was like 3. There's 3 people attached at one point. I don't know if any of them are attached anymore. The older guy, I can't remember his name.
Right.
And the younger guy, and I can't remember his name. So I'm sorry that I can't remember your names. I apologize.
Aaron Pierre.
That guy. He's going to be. He's the voice.
He is in Mufasa. Yes, he is.
Yes, he's in Mufasa.
Yeah. That's the one we thought might be. What's the other vampire? Dracula. We thought could be Dracula.
Never know. Ooh. I mean, what was Is he going to be in the Coogler movie? I forget.
I think so. I think that's what I read.
Let me check his filmography.
Yeah, DJV, you make a really good point. It's becoming a problem, and it shouldn't be. It's one of the easier movies to pull off. You made No Way Home, and you're struggling.
Maybe not. I don't know.
I don't really understand.
I know the older guy. What's the guy, the older gentleman?
I know who you're talking about. I can see his face, but I
can't remember his name. He had a nice little run there for a while, and then he got casted in Blade. And
he actually just did, but he did a movie with Chadwick Boseman. Chadwick Boseman's last movie.
I was gonna say, and it definitely wasn't recent.
No.
Delroy Lindo.
Yeah, yes. Delroy Lindo. Why could I not remember his name? Yeah, he was cast at one point, and he's going to be in the Coogler movie.
Yes, he is.
Yeah. All right, so we got that one. And I forget what her name. The girl that's gonna be in Maxine, the Triple X. That girl. She was casted at one point. I don't know.
Mia Goth.
Mia Goth. Yeah. I'm sorry, I couldn't remember anybody's name. Once I took them off, I took them off the list. That's how. Because once they start losing directors, I'm like, I'm not sure that story's the same. The only person I have on the list right now is fucking.
So I'll say this, Trayvon, to kind of rectify what you were saying. They're not losing people. Once you switch directors and switch up scripts, you might not have a need for said people. So it's not losing them. It's that, things have changed. So maybe you just don't need them anymore. Now they could all come back depending on how, a new script looks, how certain people feel. Because I can tell you this. Mia Goth will be used in the MCU somewhere. Might not be here. It'll be somewhere. She's becoming a very big name. So Kevin will use her somewhere. Who knows when, but it'll be used somewhere. But yeah, at this point, just figure it out. Like I'm tired of talking about this shit. Yeah, it's not becoming Black Adam bad or Flash bad, but it's close. It's really fucking close. It's really, really, really close. There was a time, Trayvon, I forgot The Rock was Black Adam. Like when they announced the movie, I was like, oh, shit, that's right. Like, you just heard nothing for so long. You're like, oh, yeah. Okay, yeah, Black Adam. Right, okay, yeah, I remember. Flash had lost so many big name directors. That was my problem with Flash. You had so many big name directors you were losing.
They lost like almost 5. It felt like
to come down, and this is no disrespect to him, but Andy Muschietti was not the biggest name out of all the directors they had lost. They had lost some really big directors to come down to Andy Muschietti, then to deliver us that movie. That I don't blame on Andy, but that movie was that movie. So for me, it's just like make it happen, or just make it a TV series. Like I don't understand what the fuck the big deal is. I don't understand. Pedro Pascal really made his name doing The Mandalorian. That was a fucking series. Just do a series. Why is it such a big deal? Like, I don't understand.
I don't think it needs to be a series. But I don't see what the struggle is with the movie. Obviously,
but that's why I'm saying that, because I don't know what the struggle is.
Yeah, we never will. So it's like, it's one of those things where like, just make the fucking movie. Hopefully the next director that comes in, it's not a long wait. Like hopefully the script's ready, director's ready, they get the cast in. And no, you don't gotta wait. Just go.
Kind of feel like the best way we'll get this is you got to get a big name director. Big name director will do one or two things. They'll get this movie made, or they'll come out and tell us why the fuck this movie wasn't made and why they left. These smaller name directors aren't gonna fuck over their future by saying some shit. A big name director will come out and tell you, "Hey guys, Kevin said he wanted A, B, C, and D, and I wasn't having that shit." Then we can at least go, maybe this was the fucking problem all along. Right? Like maybe this is fixable. Like do this or this.
They were there. They're like they wanted me to incorporate some kind of midnight shit, whatever it is.
Right, exactly, right. And I didn't want to do that shit, so I said, "Hell nah." Right?
We were like Midnight Suns.
I'm actually with you, Trayvon. I'm actually with you on that. Certain things like that will probably be what's holding up.
We also have to go in knowing, like. This is probably why it's better that they at least, if apparently they at least know the story they want to tell. Before they didn't. So now if you go in with at least a story to present to the director, you don't have to throw them off guard. Like, I want to add this. It's going to be in there in the conversation. Like, this is what we want to do. Direct that. And they're like, okay, I can do that.
I'll tell you this. This is what they need to do. I'm going to help you guys out. Marvel, you can send all three of us a check later. Call David Leitch. Call David Leitch right now. You need the best possible action movie. Blade back in the day was never known for having the best scripts. It was just a cool, fun action movie. That's all you need.
That's what
like, what did he say? Did he say motherfuckers always skating up? What the fuck is that? Like, what does that mean? What does that even mean?
That's to me. Point, I think it was like, what are you doing? You can't skate up. You're never gonna beat gravity.
It's fucking crazy. So for me, it's like, go get David. David is a phenomenal action guy. Go let David make a great action movie with Blade. That's it. That's really all you guys need. You're making this harder than it needs to be.
I think that's what
I don't ever need to leave a Blade movie going, and the Academy Award goes to.
Cinema.
I don't need that. So make it simple. Simplify.
I truly believe they are overthinking it. And just you gotta nail the action first, and then give me a decent story. I don't want it to be crap. Obviously, just give me something plausible, and we're good.
Yeah. Wait, I love DJ V's comment. You know some directors get sitters. I didn't know what Sunset Daughters were. I don't read comments. You're gonna have the whole Marvel fan base just like, who the fuck is this guy? It's Midnight
Why'd
Suns.
you talk to that guy? Yeah, it was the first thing that come out of my mouth.
All right, let's move on. That is hilarious. Now Trayvon could put up Jordan Peele and it'd be accurate.
To be fair, I think they make the new version of the Midnight Suns, which incorporates SUN, not SON, because of gender.
Right, because you don't want to make it all men, right?
Even though I don't want
Jordan Peele. Jordan Peele went to Twitter to let us know that 10/23/26 is the release date for his next hit movie, and I'm saying hit movie because all of his movies are hit movies. So I don't think I love how he's jumping out on the ledge. You said what?
I like how he does this now. He's very confident. He's like, "Yeah, y'all gonna see my shit. Rock it down. Rock it
y'all be there. I ain't worried. Y'all be there." So I wanted to make I wanted to pose this question because I thought this might be a little bit more fun. So the question for this is, who would you like to see be the leading female or male for this new Jordan Peele movie? I'll go first, let you guys think for a little bit. I'm going to go, Joel, and I did see this on Twitter, so I don't want to act like this was my original thought. I'd like what's-her-name from Talk to Me, the lead in Talk to Me.
You would love that's what's-her-name. I like what's-her-name. Can I use what's-her-name as well?
Yeah, use what's-her-name. Yeah. Yeah, you know her references. What's-her-name that was in What's That Thing? Yeah.
That's right.
No, for me, it's there's nowhere to go wrong if you're Jordan Peele. You can either make somebody a name the way that we all believe he did with Get Out, or you can go get somebody you already know, like Keke Palmer. You know what I'm saying? So whatever you choose to do, I'm with him. I'm with him, Jordan Peele. You got me, dog. I'm just wondering how my mind's going to be blown now. But Joel, what are your thoughts?
This was just presented to me, so you have to give me a second. There is a person in mind I'd like to see. I don't think the problem is I don't know if I would use him as a lead. God damn it, bro! Just let me fucking. All right.
Hold on, while you're doing that, let me bring up DJ V's statement. The real question is, what song is gonna remix? Is he gonna remix to make it into a creepy trailer song? I don't know, man. I don't know, but he's made me stop listening to 4 songs because he made that shit sound way too creepy. I can't listen to him now anymore.
Okay, I got it. All right,
go ahead.
His name is Luke James.
I know Luke James.
Oh yeah.
He is really good.
Enough. I know Luke James.
What?
He was getting too horny, Joel. I'm sorry. I
could feel it from here.
Yeah, I had to stop him ahead of time. Don't let that train.
It was like the heat, like a wave of heat. It was like,
and then just turn on my fan. I'm like, where is this heat coming? It's just straight on.
He's so mean to me.
I just smelled musk. It was crazy.
He's in heat. We had to hose him down.
Christ. Anyway, back to where I was at. He really impressed me in Them the Scare. So I was like, oh, I'd like to see more of this guy. This guy's pretty good. And look, I think he fit perfectly for what my guy here does. Jordan would mold him very well. So
yeah,
he's up and coming guy. I'll just see more of him. I really liked what I saw.
I like that. So you go with the first thing. You'd like to see him create
fresh face. Yeah, I go with a fresh face. Yeah,
create a star.
Star.
Yeah, I'm with you there, Trayvon.
I want Jordan Fisher or Justice Smith.
Okay.
I would like to see them in more like big productions like this or something like this. Like I want to see them more. I want to see what they can do or something like this, and whatever this is. I'm sure it's something crazy.
Probably.
I honestly want to see. I want to Regina Hall is the first thing I thought of.
Very interesting.
Yeah, her. Yeah.
Yeah. Indeed. You know what? I like that because here's why. I want to see him make a drama. You can make it how distorted or how creepy you want, but I want a drama. I want something like Get Out. To me, I view as a drama. I don't all that superficial, supernatural kind of crazy shit. That's a drama. When you saw the levels of acting, homeboy, what's his name? I just had it in my head and just lost it. The lead had to go through. Kaluuya? Yes, Daniel Kaluuya. Thank you. Yeah. When you see that, just the one shot of him sitting on the couch, eyes wide, tears coming, like that's a drama. They went acting heavy, right? They went acting heavy. So for me, I want to see him go back to drama and not lean so much on the supernatural kind of elements and shit. I want you to go pure drama. Yeah. And Regina, why not? Right? Why not? What did you say, Joel?
I said not pure drama. I ain't trying to cry. I just want to watch my movie.
No, I want to see Jordan Peele will likely get an Oscar from doing a drama than he will something like The Last Fucking
Movie. I don't disagree. I like his aesthetic so far.
And I'm not saying never do it. I'm just saying I want to see him get more into his drama bag. I want to see him also get into his new age Steven Spielberg bag. He can do both. But I want him to start going for accolades. Don't just keep making these great movies that the Academy won't look twice at. Get some accolades to put on top of this. So for me, I like that, Trayvon. I like that a lot. And DJV, this could kind of just Trayvon can just keep this as like a name tag.
What?
At this point.
Oh.
Yeah. Oh, Trayvon doesn't agree. Never mind, DJV. He doesn't agree. All right, let's move on. Blue Beetle. We're getting an animated series coming to the DCU from Blue Beetle. That is, and I didn't send you a photo for that either, Trayvon.
You did not.
I did for everything else.
I was like, no.
That's my fault. I'm very excited for this. There's no official word yet on cast members. If the entire cast from the movie is coming back, they're probably working on contracts and stuff. But Zolo, right? I'm saying that right?
Yes.
Zolo is one of the producers.
No, an actor.
No. What is his role right now on the animated series?
Zolo, nothing right now.
I thought they said that.
No,
he had
they just talked about him in the article, and he posted it on his Instagram.
He supported it, so they've obviously talked to him, but there's no contracts yet.
Interesting.
I was trying to explain that Trayvon.
Same person.
I was like, what I was trying to explain to Trayvon is like because they signed him before the whole change up at DC, he might have an older contract, so they may have to reconfigure all their contracts to be animation and live action type of whatever hybrid combo contract they got now, and that's probably why there's been nothing official. And the fact that they're promoting it, him and what's her name, Bruna, I think was her name. They both promoted it, so they've obviously known about it. Apparently, they've been working on it since the beginning of the year. And it has a showrunner. The director of the movie is an EP. The director and the EP of the movie are both EPs in the series. And yeah, so apparently they're working on an animated, almost like a spin-off of the movie in its own right. Obviously, this will probably take place within the new universe, so it'll probably take what it wanted from the movie. So they're
gonna pick it from scraps.
Right, it'll take whatever backstory. It'll use it like, hey, this happened here, but the offset. Who knows? We're gonna have to wait and see. Obviously, like you said, nothing official with the voice cast, but hopefully we'll hear something soon officially, and we'll get more word on what they're gonna do with Blue Beetle. Hopefully soon, because we got Comic-Con coming up, so you never know.
Trayvon, your excitement level.
I'm very excited for this. I mean, this seems like probably the easiest thing they could do. If they are still negotiating all that stuff, they can at least work on the show. I wonder about George Lopez as well. Like you said, they might got to renegotiate all these deals to get these people in here. But Zolo posting it gave me a really big thing of confidence. Because when they just put him in the article, okay, they're not saying he's in it, but they're just talking about him. But then when he posted, I was okay. That gave me a little bit of relief. Because I don't want him to like, if they're gonna do the character, they need to bring him back at least.
Yeah,
like,
I mean,
for sure.
Even without looking at it, you knew that the plan is for the actors to play them in live action and voice them. So, and he already came out and said Zola was coming back, so it only made sense that he's gonna voice him. Again, contract.
You know how I am.
I know. I get it.
That,
I get it. I understand. I get how the spec. I mean, being skeptical and shit. But just based on everything that has been said, it'd be okay to assume that. But that assumption is never. It's never. I guess it's never okay to assume. But it's one of those things. And I want to. The showrunner's name is Miguel Puga. So that's the name of the showrunner.
I'm excited. We should get this. I'll get this before I see Shang-Chi. That's nice.
I don't know about that, but animation takes a little bit, so we'll see.
I'm just excited. A character that I liked a lot, I will see again soon.
We'll see.
You'll see both of the characters you like again.
I don't know when, but we'll see them.
All right. We also got news that Uncharted has been greenlit for a sequel. Apparently, I will never get the news that Mark Wahlberg has been recasted, so, he's here to stay. So, we'll have young-faced Sully forever. Young-faced Sully.
I'm here for this.
I'm pretty sure Tom Holland won't age ever, so same. It's one of those.
Well, it doesn't help that he's in his very young 20s. That doesn't really help.
He's mid-20s. He's going to look mid-20s till he's 45. Watch.
I mean, Tom Cruise is 90 and looks 42.
It took him 30 years to look 40. All right?
That's true.
Did Tati die in the first one?
Said what?
Who?
Tati, the character that played Braddock.
I don't know if she died, but...
No, nobody in this movie was in the very first game. Like, obviously outside of Sully.
I'm talking about this movie. I'm talking about the first movie that she died in the movie.
Sorry.
I know nothing about these games.
I'm sorry, because they did use elements of some of these games in this movie. Like, it's an amalgamation of a couple of different games. Like, a set piece from one game, some storylines in another game. So it was kind of dabbling everywhere.
Brother, so hopefully we get to see that storyline.
There's a lot more for them to do. I'm excited. I actually enjoyed the first movie. I had no joy in seeing a mustache-less Sully. That was my issue.
It could have been better. I realized at the end of the movie, I'm like, they're just using guns now? Like, what the fuck? I'm like, it took a while.
Oh, she did die in the movie. Damn.
But, I thought Tom was fine as Nathan Drake. It's still hard because he is so young looking. It's just takes a while to get there. We'll see. Maybe he gets a little 5 o'clock shadow. I don't know if he can grow that, but we'll see, I guess.
I don't think he will. I don't think he needs to, unless they're telling you that it's years later. If it's around the same time.
You don't have to be old out with 5 o'clock shadow.
No, I'm saying if he doesn't have one now, as a grown man, if you don't have one now, unless he's shaving it, so like he doesn't get
that's what I mean. I don't know if he can grow it or not.
You don't just randomly grow it. Some people just don't get facial hair.
Yeah, I don't. Again, he's clean shaven, so I don't know.
I've not really seen Tom Holland in any like paparazzi photos with any kind of facial hair.
That's what
I don't think the man can grow it. So to me, don't force it. If he can't grow it,
I don't know if
you decided to go this young, so just keep the look. It's just a young Nathan Drake. Fuck it. Keep the look. To me, my issue will only be if you start approaching the age he was in the games.
He is. He's not far. By the time this movie comes out, he'll be like 30. Watch.
That's fair. But hey, you decided to go clean cut Tom Holland. So to me, don't force it. That man can't actually grow facial hair. I don't want fake facial hair. Don't do it. It's not worth it.
No, I have to imagine he can. It's hard. They're always clean cuts. So you can never tell.
That's fair, but I mean, like at least in the paparazzi photos, you'd see like some stubble on like an off day. There's nothing.
Yeah, I've never. If anybody would know, Trayvon, have you ever seen Tom Holland with facial hair?
I don't think so.
That's what I mean. If anybody would know, it's this man.
Yeah, that is true. So. Zendaya likes a smooth face. He has the shave. I don't know. He was clean cut before her, so I don't really know. He's just a clean cut kid.
I mean, he looked. I remember when he got cast as Spider-Man. He looked like a baby.
Yeah, that's what they were going for. They wanted baby. They
wanted
baby
to be
Spider-Man.
fair, the picture they kept showing was like when he was like 12 or whatever the fuck it was.
He still looks 12. Just taller. Tall ass 12-year-old.
He's not much taller. It was sad part.
Are we all excited for this? I don't think we need to dive too deep into
excited this. Is not the word, but I will watch.
I'm actually excited for this. I want to see him back. I really like his performance.
So after my quick research, there are videos of him with little stubble and like a little mustache, but nothing.
Really? Recent?
Please forward to us.
Old pictures like of him. Like
that's even better. That means he can grow it.
Yeah, that was all. We just need to prove that he could grow it. Fucker didn't look like he could.
I still don't look at that.
All right, we can move on from that. We're good. All right, we're gonna go Creature Commandos. Joel, you got an update for us?
Oh, you want me to grab? I thought you were pulling that up. Give me a second.
Oh no, I didn't. I didn't have it.
Well, I told you the pic. I thought you were gonna grab the comments.
Oh no, I thought you I was grabbing the photo. I grabbed the photo.
That was the opposite.
Should we come back to this while you look it up?
Yeah, go with the other shit.
Gotcha. All right, Trayvon, we're gonna do Smile too.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Joel. Slight miscommunication with me and Joel.
Oh, there it is. Where is that?
I was about to say, Trayvon, if you can't find that. It's the only weird ass photo I sent you in that thing. There we go. This looks crazier than the first one, and the first one literally made me look at people that smile in a completely different way.
That's why I didn't watch this movie.
You said what?
That's why I didn't watch the first one.
You should watch the first one. It's disgustingly good. Very crazy, cool concept. They executed it, I thought, very well. Me and Joel have different opinions on the ending. I personally thought that was a great way to end it. That fucking weird monster thing was awesome.
I don't remember what I said, honestly.
You said you weren't that big of a fan of that big ass monster.
Giant monster? I don't know.
Yeah. I really did truly enjoy that first movie. I don't even remember the actress's name. You said what?
So this is supernatural?
No, yes and no. Yes. It's all in your head. So the whole concept of it is you see it. No one else does. So to other people, you look like you're dying and you're like, if you watch the trailer for Smile 2, you see exactly what the premise is. So you see her roommate or her friend he's caught the smile disease, right? Which is essentially you've been possessed, right? And you have to force smile on your face. And you see it doesn't show you in the trailer, but it shows you that he sees something, right? She can't see what he sees, but then it kills him, right? So he's dead, and you're kind of just like, what the fuck just happened, right? So it's a great concept. And they even, look, I'll admit this, they stole this from the Joker 2 trailer. At the end of the Smile 2 trailer, someone gets hit by a car. And as they get hit, the car drags them to where it makes a blood mark that looks like a smile. And I'm like, you stole that, guys. I mean, I get it. It fits your movie, but come on. It was creative, though. I give you that. But Naomi looks like she gives a phenomenal performance here. I cannot wait to go see it, support her, support this franchise. Because anytime a horror movie franchise does something new and different, you got to support it, or you'll get the same Saw movie 900 times, Scream 72, like, you know what I'm saying, Strangers 15. Like, we need new, right? So I want to continue to support this so we can keep getting new things. So shout out to everybody in the Smile 2 crew, and Naomi, I will definitely be supporting you in this franchise. Joe, I know last time we spoke, you hadn't seen the trailer. Trayvon, you haven't even seen the first one.
Nope.
All right. Well, then we will move on. All right. Tom Holland's little Hispanic mustache. It's
barely visual.
I say it's a little bit, yeah. It wasn't much.
He's got the Mickey Mouse.
The looks like a
that motherfucker ain't getting no facial hair in Uncharted 2.
He looks like a fucking what they call it? Like a French artist.
Yes, he does. That's what he looks like. He says all the fucking time. All right, Trayvon. The first photo that Joel sent. Can you? Not the first photo. Sorry. What Joel just sent in the group chat. If you could put that up.
Let me just say, Smile was fucking creepy. I will say that. I watched it and I watched it with like, wow, this movie. Like, there's not many movies that creep me out. It creeped me the fuck out. I won't lie. So credit to that first movie. I don't know how the second
very terrible. You know, my favorite part of that movie was, Joel.
What?
My favorite part of that movie that I said I give credit to this director and these writers because this scene was genius. It was a scene where, remember, she was talking to her therapist. The therapist comes over her house, sits on her couch. Yeah. They're having a full conversation.
Frightening.
Right, Trayvon? So this is how the scene went. Everyone listening, this isn't a spoiler of the movie. This is just a creepy scene. So she has a therapist. She calls a therapist because she's going crazy because the smile is taking effect, right? So the therapist comes over her house. They're sitting on her couch. They're talking. Then all of a sudden, her phone rings. She answers the phone. It's her therapist. Then as she's going, no, this can't be real. She looks at the person sitting across from her, and the smile starts to develop, and that's when you know it's in her head. There's no one actually right there. It was so well done. I was like, bravo, you got me there. You got me. Scared the fuck out of me.
That was frightening because it's one of those things where it can catch you anywhere. It doesn't matter where you are.
And the crazy part is, didn't it catch her at her? No, it caught her at work. And then the first time it took effect on her was at her niece's birthday party. Yeah. It
was bad. Like, I didn't know. Like, what do you do? What do you fuck? You fuck. You're fucked.
And you start feeling so sad for the main character because she's going crazy.
You know what it is? It's a simple thing like a smile. Just an eerie smile. And nothing is creepier than an eerie smile. Nothing. Nothing, bro. It's creepy because you have the intent. It's like, this is what I'm showing you. That's not what I'm actually going to do. You know, I don't actually mean it. It's so weird.
Right. I'm not happy. I'm here to kill you. So, but I will say, one thing that Smile did in that first movie that I want to give them a lot of credit for, because I talk about this all the time, and then we're going to move on to Creature Commandos and start to wrap this up. Their marketing was out of this fucking world. Remember, they were at the Rams game.
They were everywhere.
Everywhere. They were brilliant in their marketing. People could not look anywhere without seeing a random person on the street with a crazy ass smile. It was brilliant. And it's why that movie made the money that it did, and it's why we got a sequel. So congrats to them. I hope they take it a step up.
A sequel so fast, too.
Exactly. Right. This was only a couple years ago, like 2 years ago.
Yeah, it wasn't very long. I remember.
And it probably would have been sooner if not for a lot of the COVID stuff we were still kind of in. They were kind of probably trying to figure things out. And obviously the strike. So, again, bravo. I need you guys to take marketing up another level, get crazier. Like, have random ads just play in the middle of watching TV. Like, do something crazy. Go crazy with it. Have fun. I hope you guys make a lot of money and we get a part 3. This is a great franchise so far.
When does this come out?
You said what?
When does this come out?
Oh, October 16th. I think it said on that poster that you just had up. It's in October, though. I know that for a fact.
Okay.
All right, Creature Commandos.
Los Commandos. Anyway, so back to the Creature Commandos that James Gunn spoke at. I forget what it was called. The Aneki something or other. Can't remember.
Yeah, they apparently the fans got to see like 30 minutes of Deadpool and Wolverine. Like they did a whole bunch of stuff there.
I mean, this thing they did. I think it was last week, and they showed some concept art, and like James Gunn had a video like speaking about it. So here's what he said in the video. Apparently, so it's a cornerstone of the legacy we've been entrusted to carry at DC Studios and plays an integral role in the vision for our future storytelling. Since taking the reins, our true north has been to bring DC film, TV, animation, and gaming into alignment under a single banner and bring a sense of unity, consistency into the DCU as a whole. This frees us to create a range of products that are diverse, compelling, and deliver great standalone entertainment experiences on every medium, while also being part of a larger story that we're telling within our unified DCU. What this means in practical terms is that our characters can move in and out of animation or jump into a game or onto the big screen, but they will remain consistent throughout the same character, same history, same actor. Anyway, there is more information, but that was his specific comment. Now, the other people spoke and they gave a little bit of insight on some of the characters, what they look like, how it looks. I have some details over here. So, like, apparently James Gunn wanted like the locations in the series to look, or at least the certain locations that are similar to what he already had in the Suicide Squad. So, like Bell Rev and Suicide, like in Future Command, will look like the Bell Rev from the Suicide Squad. So there's consistency there from the series and that movie. He also mentioned that they will not mention how this is a new universe in the show because this is the beginning of this new universe, so it doesn't, like he says, Peacemaker will reference it because there was a previous season, so that will reference why it's different or what happened. This won't. So anyway, he also said there will be a dark, humorous, but never goofy and unsentimental adult themed show with political storylines. They said Frankenstein is a love-struck version, so obviously he still has, I'm assuming, feelings for the bride. You can bring up the picture now. So we're going to probably go into some of the characters. Frankenstein gets multiple outfits for the beach, formal/black tie, and regular settings. I think they actually talked to David Harbour. He was there, and he mentioned that he will have the trench coat and the big sword and all that, so that's cool. I was worried for a while that they wouldn't do that, and apparently he will have his classic look. I'm like, cool. None of the characters like each other, apparently, aside from maybe Frankenstein and the bride, even though the bride doesn't like him. It's a whole story that we'll probably learn more about in the show. CG was used to set up the shots, however, the final product is fully 2D hand-drawn animation. Future live-action appearances of the characters were taken into consideration when the characters were designed. The voice actors of the characters will appear in live action portraying their characters. We knew that already. Rick Flag Sr. gets an updated look, white hair, smoother facial animation. Amanda Waller gets floral clothing, whatever that is. Nina Mazursky is petite and childlike, so she might be smaller than what she looks like in this picture. G.I. Robot wants to kill Nazis with Nina. James Gunn had pitched Creature Commandos before he took over DC. Gunn then greenlit the project himself and he became the CEO. And the characters from the comic, like Medusa, may appear in future seasons, obviously, if it works out. And I remember hearing from some of the actors that were doing the voices were there. Like I said, Harbour was there. What's your name? Give me a second. I do have the cast list. David Harbour was there. Frank Grillo, I believe, was there. Indira Varma was there. So they got to speak. I know Alan Tudyk was talking. I don't know if he was there, but I know they recently had the comments from him about it. And how his like Dr. Phosphorus and his character. And like there's just a lot that we're going to have to wait till like December to actually get the full series. We finally know that it's coming out in December. But we also know that we probably will get something hopefully soon because of Comic-Con coming up. So we'll see. So what do you guys think of everything you've heard so far?
I love it. I mean, a lot of that stuff was recycled information, but I'm glad that he is keeping things so tight-knit so that everything matches. And they answered the biggest question I had. I kept asking you, I wondered the style. It being 2D animation is very important for me. Important information. Just to get a concept on the style of animation they're going to go with, because I want the style to be uniform. I don't want Creature Commandos stylistically to look drastically different than Blue Beetle. I don't mean their worlds need to look the same, but the animation I would like to somewhat match, just to be uniform. Because when you see them cross over in animation and then go back to their own shows, you don't want to, you know what I'm saying? It shouldn't constantly keep changing, Mm-hmm. So for me, that was important. But I mean, I've always loved what I've heard about this. This has always been something I want to stop listening. I want to start seeing. I need that trailer. I need that trailer so I can get a better feel of these characters. Joel's taught me everything he could, but now I need to see it so I can see how James goes about introducing the world to these characters, and his interpretation on it, because it's not going to be the same. But James does do a really good job of keeping it very close. He doesn't stray too far as far as the characters. So I'm looking forward to seeing what he does. And like I said, next month, I need that trailer. Don't skim out on this. So I need that trailer. I need my Superman trailer. I need my Batman announcement. I need my Wonder Woman announcement. I need my Green Lantern. No, I'm sure. But I'm really excited for this show, mainly because you casted some really good names in this. You know what I'm saying? And Trayvon, as I pass it to you, I told Joel, the one thing I love about what he's doing is now, you know how, Trayvon, your issue is if you like Superman, the first thing you're going to say is, oh my God, is it going to be like 6 years till I get Superman 2? Well, now that he's created this universe, if he wanted to, he could do a animated series in between the first movie and the second movie that kind of gives you a bridge, right? And because you have so many different formats, it's not like the MCU to where it feels like we're waiting for movies every year. Now that everything is literally ingratiated, we might not see a Superman movie for another 2 years after it's released, but we might get a game. We might get a series. You know what I'm saying? So it's like it opens itself to where you're constantly getting content from something, that you're not taking these long gaps in between releases of things, So I love everything about what James is doing here. It sounds like a lot of hard work. I got to see how he starts pulling all this shit off. That first video game is going to be something for sure to look at.
That's my
and see how he's able to incorporate everything. How important will the video game be? Like if I don't play it and then I go watch a Wonder Woman movie.
Everything he says is like it won't matter. It should be able to stand alone.
That's interesting. That's interesting. I can't wait to see how much of that is true. Because there's going to be something in that game that will be in that movie. It might not be like, oh my God, if you didn't see it, now you don't know.
That's probably what you'll get Easter eggs, but it won't be like you have to do this stuff. Like
right, 100%. But I'm saying, like, what if you introduce a character in the game?
It will be extra for people that did the work, but for people that didn't, you won't miss anything narratively. You know what I mean?
Trayvon, all right, wrap us up on Creature Commandos. What are your thoughts?
Oh, I'm very excited for this. I do like that he's still keeping consistent with that. Him saying that he can go between the different mediums. So I'm very curious to see once he actually pulls that off. Yeah, I want to see it done. That's all. It's cool. It's a great thing to hear. I just want to see it being done because that's a really big thing to accomplish. Yeah, you get it done well, that'd be great. Because that's what we want. We would love to see all these characters to be throughout, not just a different person each time we see these characters in different projects. It'd be very cool to have the same actor, and great for the actor to be in each one of these different projects. That's cool for them. I think that entice people more want to sign up. Honestly, it'd be across all the different mediums, like all these different paychecks. But also, I just think it'll be very cool to see. I do like the 2D, or I do like what Juwan was saying. I do want, if it's in the DCU, make all of them look the same. It doesn't have to look like the Superman show, that's not in this. But if they look like whatever this looks like, this should set the tone for all of them after Blue Beetle or whatever else is animated after this.
And just to be specific, what we're trying to say for you guys is like Gotham is dark all the time, right? So when Batman goes to Superman's world, it shouldn't be dark all the time. That's not what Superman's world looks like. Superman's world is very much in the day, sunlight, bright, colorful, right? So it's like, but we're saying if Superman show is 2D animation, we want Batman show to be 2D animation. Don't then make Batman 3D animation. You know what I'm saying? I want it to be uniform so that when they join into each other's shows, it looks the same, but feels different because you're in a different show now. So it feels different, but it looks uniform. That's very important to me. So that's why I said I couldn't wait to hear what style animation. So I'm like, okay, that's what they're going with. That's what I'm holding to. Like, that's what everything needs to be. So
Yeah,
but yeah.
I mean, it's great that he keeps doubling down on that. And for what
Right.
you said, Comic-Con, I don't think you were too far off of that because, I mean, the last Comic-Con, we had the strike, we had all this stuff going on. Like this is literally the first one in years that is full blown. This should be the full
I get
power
you.
Comic-Con. This
Only
should
thing
be.
that makes me nervous is this, right? Kevin's gonna give you something, but let us not forget D23 is this year. It is this year. It's in August. He's not gonna give you the shit ton here, and then still have stuff to give you in August. He's gonna give you teases here.
He did it last time. Last time
it was very split in half. It was very split in half.
It was more than I expected from because
yes, he gave you broad strokes then, and then he gave you the enchilada.
He basically did the movies at one and then the TV at the other.
Yeah,
that's basically what it felt like, like last time.
Movies
but as far as DC though, I don't know how invested DC is in it, right? Because it was bare bones when it could have started to try to world build last time. It just gave you Black Adam, and The Rock came out with the cool ass entrance. That was really it, right?
They didn't have anything else.
They were not trying very hard.
They didn't have anything else though, right?
No. But I'm saying they should have been trying to. Remember, they could have done more. Remember at that time, The Rock was teasing Superman. We kept saying you could have brought Superman out on that fucking stage and said he's back.
I don't think the agreement was signed at the time. I think they were.
It probably wasn't, but you could have acted in good faith. I mean, The Rock was teasing it so much. It was like Superman, whether it was Henry or not, was going to be in that movie.
I mean, at the end of the day,
he posted that picture of him at the table with Henry Cavill at the time. Everybody was like, "Oh shit!"
Right. That he did that, and then at San Diego Comic-Con, people were screaming out Superman, and he alluded to. You might see it, right? It might be coming.
He didn't lie. He didn't lie.
He's not. My only hesitation with DC is literally they asked James, and he's like, "I'll be filming during Comic-Con." So he's like, I'm like, "Oh man!" So like, are you not going to give us anything during that time? Because that would suck.
No,
that'd be actually kind of dumb.
I tell you this, Joel. I don't think it's going to be that. You know what I think it's going to be? I think San Diego Comic-Con, not all of us, San Diego Comic-Con will get exactly what James Gunn did before when he did the video telling us what's to come and all that. San Diego Comic-Con will get a video probably just like that, where it's telling them this is what we're doing for Batman, this is what we're doing for Green Lantern, this is what we're doing here, here's a Superman trailer. I think it'll be a video package.
I want the part 2 to that part 1 as well. And then
I'm leaving them take a break.
That's what I'm saying. I think they might get a part of that at San Diego Comic-Con.
I don't like that.
I agree with you. Hey, I'm not saying it like I like it. I'm just telling you that's our world we live in. San Diego gets the good shit. We get the crumbs of the good shit.
No, so. I'm saying like you're saying he'll be filming at the time. I'm like, no, he needs to be there.
No, I don't need you to be there. If you want to do a video package where maybe other directors come out or other actors come out, talk a little bit about whatever, that's fine. It just needs a presence needs to be felt. Whether that's a video or you physically
cares enough to try. That's my thing. Like, because he could do like you did like last time with the on YouTube. He set a day and did a nice little presentation for us, and we're still eating off of that presentation. Honestly.
That's all we got.
That's all we got.
That's all we got.
We're still like, we'll see.
I just don't. The only reason I brought that up, Trayvon, is I just don't want people to put too much on Marvel and DC. Because really, just because we didn't get much last year, it's not owed to us that we will get something this year. Right.
No, but
it's just not owed to us. Especially with D23 being so close for Marvel. And DC kind of just wanted... I think right now, honestly, the best thing for DC might be to take it all in stride. Take it a day at a time. If you're working on Peacemaker and Superman and finishing up on Creature Commandos, let that be your trio right now. Once that is complete and you're done filming and you want to put out a PSA, let people know what's coming next, you can. But what I would warn James, and this has nothing to do with James, just the history people have with Warner. Don't go start naming shit and then shit starts not happening. That's why what you're doing right now is perfect. You're working on 3 projects that are in production right now. Superman, Peacemaker, and you're finishing up on Creature Commandos if that's not already completely done. No post-production needed, or post-production already done. So for me, if you want to take it nice and slow, I can't fault you.
What's going on?
Because your predecessors have really
Supergirl
fucked
movie?
up planning before.
They're farther than that. I imagine they are, but they're just. We've all like right now the only ones that matter are the ones that are filming, like Superman, Peacemaker.
Well, that's what I was saying in production. I don't think anything else is in production.
No, nothing.
I don't think Supergirl's in production.
But I mean, the costume, right? I mean, maybe at least that.
Supergirl, maybe.
Oh no, Trayvon, no. Don't get me wrong.
Cool.
I'm saying if he wants to do a PSA video doing all that stuff, that's fine. I'm just saying, if they want to take it slow, I can't be mad at them because as a brand, the last 2 times you've attempted that, it's ended really fucking bad.
Well,
ease into it this time.
I'm not looking for a slate. I'm looking for them to show us what the stuff they're working on currently. Like
I don't need
right. That's why I agree with you. Yeah.
I definitely don't need dates. Yeah. I just need
what's that Penguin show that comes out after, right? After Comic-Con as well, right?
Yeah.
But Penguin won't count. Penguin won't count because that's all elsewhere.
No, I'm just saying. I'm talking about DC. I'm talking just DC's presence.
It comes out in September.
Oh, as a whole. I tell you what, San Diego Comic-Con will get a Penguin trailer. That's not even to be argued. They will get it. Now, whether it's released to all of us, we'll see. But they will get a Penguin trailer. It's done. So
yeah, we should get Cape Crusader stuff by then.
Yeah, for sure. So DC as a whole, yes, Trayvon will be represented. But as far as James, I don't personally think it's fair to put the pressure on, you got to show up for us, James. Like, again, I want him to, but to me, if he wants to take it slow, I can't be mad at that. I can't. That's all I'm saying. All right, to wrap us up, Joel, we got some set photos from Superman. Before we get out of here, let's check these out. See what we got.
You guys all that photos from Superman. First look at the Daily Planet.
Oh shit! I put them all together. It never sent it to you. God damn. That's my fault. Go ahead. All right, so this is our first look at the Daily Planet. Go ahead, Joel.
Yeah, I mean, I think they're filming in Ohio. I believe it's the lead something building in.
A lot of mountains in Ohio. That's accurate.
But yeah, they're filming right now. I guess this is taking that will be the building they use for the Daily Planet. That's what it looks like out in the exterior. It looks like a very retro looking.
It's kind of old.
Yeah, it has like a worn down. Like it has an old look to it. The planet.
But that's a beautiful touch, though. Think about that. You're trying to tell your audience that it's a world where newspapers are still popular. It should kind of look a little old. To me, that's perfect. That's awesome. I love that.
Fantasy.
Yeah. I'm like, you have kids watching this, like, no Twitter? No, you don't have Twitter? You don't just tweet it? No?
I mean, we have Twitter, but it's not what you think.
We do newspapers, guys. Newspapers.
People still read papers. They do.
All right, what are we looking at here, Joel?
Quietly and Sons. It's an electronic store, but obviously it's a shout out to Frank Quietly, who was the artist on All-Star Superman, and one of my least favorite artists.
Well,
next slide.
Not because he's a bad person. His art is not.
No, fuck him. We agree. It's all right. Fuck that guy.
I'm not saying he's a bad person. I just don't like his art. That's all. Jitters. You know Jitters.
We do know Jitters. We know it from a different hero, but we do know Jitters.
Right. So that's their Jitters. Jitters Coffee Cafe in Metropolis.
Mm-hmm. Which, again, before people start to assume, Jitters is a chain. It doesn't need to only be in Flash's City. So.
Right. Jitters is a DC chain.
It's like Dunkin' Donuts for DC. Or Starbucks, actually. It's like Starbucks for DC.
Yeah, it's like their Starbucks, correct.
Right. Go ahead, Joel. What are we looking at?
Yeah, I don't even know. It's art and culture. I guess it's a picture for the art and culture festival.
You know what I could see?
What?
I could see this being where Lex is doing an event and Clark and Lois go to cover it.
Maybe.
This definitely has Lex written all over it. I
mean, come on. Each month.
What the fuck is Clark going to an art and culture festival for?
Who knows?
That has Lex written
it's just there. Who knows if anybody goes to that? It's just a background. City of Metropolis. It says established 1645. That is a long time ago.
Damn.
It does say that.
Trayvon said, old as fuck.
That was it.
Oh, that was it?
No, wait, there was one more. No,
I thought there was one more. I
That's
thought there
all I
was
got.
5.
Yeah, that was 5.
That was? We went through 5?
Yeah, that was 5.
God damn. I thought we went through 3. That was 5.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh,
That was
shit.
5.
I forgot to send one. My fault.
Oh, okay. I'm like, God damn, that felt like...
No, that was 5, though.
No, it was 5, but I thought I missed one. That's my fault. I mean, it's not a big deal, but I did like the banner. It was like a banner.
Yeah, good. That's it.
I'll pull it up.
But I am really excited for this movie. I love seeing them backstage stuff. James just posted something about Jimmy Olsen and Lois Lane. I'm really loving that. I'm really loving everyone seems together. Everyone seems like they love being together. They're going to make a really beautiful movie. I did want to add real quick, Trayvon. We did get confirmation on what kind of Hawk Girl we're getting.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
We got our confirmation. And we got the confirmation Trayvon freaked out about it. He loved this part. He's getting his mace.
Yeah, I'm excited about that.
He's getting his mace. Hold on, I think I took a screenshot of her post on it. Not her post, but James's post. Let me see if I have it. We can discuss it real quick before we go. Let's see. If I don't find it, it's all right, but I think I had it.
Yeah, I just posted the...
You can put up Joel's, Trayvon. I'm looking to see if I can find it.
This is the last picture. That's the picture. That was the last one. I thought I sent that. I was wrong. I apologize.
You're fine.
I apologize.
I just like seeing Metropolis come alive. Because I think the cities, these fake cities, because they're not real cities, obviously. These fake cities are just as important as their fake superheroes. You know what I mean? Like Metropolis should look a certain way. Gotham should look a certain way. They should be just as much a character as the characters they're a part of. You know what I mean? So Daily Planet, Metropolis. I mean, that Daily Planet is like the beacon in the middle of Metropolis. You know what I mean?
Right.
That big planet. That's what I'm waiting for is the globe. I want to see the goddamn globe.
That's gonna be fun to see in the globe.
Because we didn't have that in the last movie, so I want to see we had it. It was inside. I want to see it on the.
I think the last time we saw it outside was Returns, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
But yeah,
I don't have it, Trayvon. I don't have it.
Okay.
It's all right, though.
But
did you want to, Joel, before we go, let everyone know what Hawk Girl we are getting?
Kendra Saunders' version of Hawk Girl. Basically, it was Hawk Girl. I mean, not Hawk Girl Day. Was it? It was anyway. I think it was like
it was something like that. Yeah. Oh wait. I think I found it.
It was recently.
Yeah, it was the anniversary of Kendra Saunders. Her first appearance as Hawk Girl.
There you go.
Yeah. And Isabella said, "Happy anniversary to my favorite bird lady. Honored to don the wings and the sick helmet." Now, I will say, Joel, to your point, this is another example of, remember we talked about it with Wolverine? Will we get the white eyes? Or will they just cop out and do eyeless holes that we see her actual eyes?
We'll see. I mean, I don't know.
Me, the aesthetic is everything, and James has done a really good job on aesthetics. So I hope so. I really do. Because wasn't there like a shot of Weasel where his eyes are like kind of like whited out from like a distance?
Weasel's just wide-eyed.
No, but I thought he had like, it was like dark and his like eyes are kind of like lighting up. I thought that was like an aesthetic or something that we got. I could be wrong.
I don't remember.
But I do hope that his universe gives us more aesthetics. Like I need to see Hawk Girl with the wide eyes don't need to be every time. We know that's not what the character looks like. Batman's eyes, the aesthetic should be there. There should be a shot where Batman's in an alley. And he comes up, you see the body raise, and it's just the white eyes. Like the aesthetic is important. So
I agree. I don't disagree. I mean, I never needed it for like Wolverine's mask, but now that it's there, it's like I don't want anything else.
It's what I want.
That's what I want.
Yeah, I agree. And let's be specific. You don't need white eyes. It's just an aesthetic.
Like
it's
the
just
Flash
an aesthetic.
doesn't need the white eyes. Like we've had versions of the Flash mask with the white eyes. Like Barry normally doesn't have white eyes. You know what I mean? It's a Wally thing.
Right. And again, the Batman thing is just an aesthetic. It's just it fits the moment.
Both. We've seen versions of it he looks fine without it, but he looks also really good with it. So.
It's the aesthetic. Like I said, it's an aesthetic thing. But all right, that's all we got for you guys. We appreciate you guys tuning in to a new episode of Unhealthy and Unstable. We appreciate you guys. We had about 25 people up in here. We appreciate you guys. As always, we appreciate DJV commenting. Guys, everyone that's watching, we really would appreciate it if we could hear from you guys. Let us know your thoughts. If you don't want to talk live, you can always comment afterwards. Let us know your thoughts. We argue a lot. You guys let us know whose side you're on a lot of these arguments.
I'm right,
I'd like
of course.
to know. You said what, Trayvon?
I'm right, of course.
All right, so yeah, definitely let us know what you guys feel in the comments below. Please make sure you're liking, commenting, and subscribing, and definitely share us to your friends. We're a great conversation. We're passionate. We have a love for a lot of things. You guys see us do, but it's never malicious. We always end the show on a high note. Never take work home with us. We're brothers at the end of the day. By blood. You guys wouldn't believe it. But it is all love here, guys. And until next week, make sure you guys are subscribed to our Twitch page. We'll be live tomorrow doing a blend of multiverses and Fortnite. What does he say? Joel has never been wrong. He likes to think that. And it doesn't help with you saying that, DJV.
What kind of... What is this? What's on my side?
DJV does not have loyalty. Apparently, he takes everyone's side except for mine. So I don't know how that works.
I don't know what you did to him.
It is what it is. I don't know. I don't know. He loves Trayvon and he agrees with Joel. I don't know what happened, but it is
love, DJV.
Yeah, I thought it was love, but not anymore. Anyway, make sure you guys tune into us tomorrow on Twitch. The link is in our bios and everything. Make sure you guys go follow us. We'll be live tomorrow at 8 p.m. playing some games. Make sure you guys come in. Let us know your thoughts on what we're playing and have some conversations with us. But until next time, guys, stay a little unhealthy and a lot unstable. Peace.
And bring the chaos.
Bring the chaos.
Your branding is amazing, Trayvon.